Now, y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. It's certified time. I want everybody to say hello to Nicki Minaj or MAGA Minaj or Tether Minaj or Barbie Minaj. I don't give a damn what you put in front of it. Just know one thing for certain. 2026 is the end of the tethers, and you got all these damn folks running scared. But guess who ain't scared? Guess, take a long guess. Foundational Black Americans ain't scared because we the ones running them out the paint. Time to go to work. Free Huey.
Black Alpha Network. Home of Black excellence. Power to the people.
Wrong place, wrong time, out of line. How you gonna try to be orange, fam? They was me no black, now they me orange. They doing anything. Hey, fam, we got these tethers trying to get up underneath every single supremacist they can find. They looking for the Mayo and the Miracle Whip. They picking sides right now, y'all. They picking sides. But you know what side is gonna be their final side? Deportation side. That's the side. Where you at right now? Certified foundational Black Americans in the building. This is the last AlphaCast of the year, y'all. So we about to go all the way in. I mean, 2025 belong to us. 2026 gonna belong to us. The whole damn world belong to us. All we keep doing is winning and winning and winning. And you know how we winning, y'all? We winning FBA style. What's FBA style? That is a knockout. No TKOs, only KOs. That's the way to go. We get money, money we get, money, money we get, money, money we get. There it is. Fam, we in here. Let's see. I see Little Rock, Atlanta. Yes, indeed. I see Charlotte. Yes, indeed. Hopewell, Nashville, Tennessee. I see you. Covington. Shout out 678. Atlanta. South Florida's in the building. Let's go, let's go, let's go. 803 Columbia, South Carolina. New Jersey rocking in the place. Louisiana. I see Delaware's in the building. New York, Philly 215. What up? Another New Jersey. Chicago's in the place. Detroit 313. I see Georgia, Minnesota, a mix. Cincinnati's in the place. All day. I'm going back to the natty. Indiana, Omaha, shout out to Milwaukee, Oakland's in the place, Connecticut 2 times. I see Georgia again, Florida, TOL, Ohio, another Georgia. I see Denver, I see Sacramento, I see KC Mo, I see SC and CT, Chicago, another New York, the whole family, another New York, California, St. Louis in the house, Cleveland in the house, Harlem in the house. And if you know about it, you know about it. And what are we? We foundationals, certified 100. That means we keep it all the way 100. Fam, they out there scared. We're going to go in today, fam. I mean it. We're going to go in. We're going to break it down. But before we go anywhere, fam, I need you to say it loud. You black and you proud, okay? Okay. And by the way, y'all can get all these over there on certified100.com. You know what I'm saying? Because we about to start slanging them and getting that money, right? We're going to let the world know you say it loud, you black and you proud. No whisper, no none of that, y'all. That's what it is. They don't want to be black. Good. You ain't black anyway. But we are certified. Fam, Nicki Minaj is out here copying crazy pleas, fam. And we're going to go all the way down the line. But I'm going to tie it all into something bigger than people can imagine. I see Memphis. I know. KC Mo, I see you. 504 again. Yep. Fam, what is happening is delineation has put us on a path to where everybody's trying to pick teams, and foundational Black Americans is on the main team. All right. Look at it, fam. Look at the Vivek Ramaswamy, right? He's running around here now and he's trying to say what white is, what American is, because he's trying to get on his plantation. Remember this. And I was just talking to my mama, certified salute mama. Yep. I was just talking to my mama, and me and my mama had a great conversation. Let me tell you what we said. We said, when it comes to supremacy, whenever supremacists show up, foundational Black Americans, our first inkling is to fight. all these other people, their first inkling is, how can I get on one of them plantations? And that's what it is right now. Everybody talk about the melting pot of America and America's changing. Nothing changed for FBA. So what you noticing, fam, the people from Trinidad, the people from India, the folks from Mexico, the folks from Africa, Jamaica, all over the world, have y'all noticed they're all trying to get on either team left or team right? The red or the blue, the Democrat or the Republican, the mayor or the Miracle Whip. Have y'all noticed that, family? Tell me y'all noticed that, because this is what this is all about, fam. Nicki Minaj is afraid because she's probably going to get deported, all right? She's about to get deported, and she knows she's about to get deported, because guess what, y'all? Nicki Minaj is not a foundational Black American. No, they can run around here all damn day long and talk what they want to talk. How about this one right here? Nicki Minaj got arrested in Amsterdam. Claims officials took my bags. What was in those bags? What was in those bags? You had some of that white stuff, some of that cocaine. Europe. How about this one right here? Rapper Nicki Minaj shares her personal story as a 5-year-old illegal immigrant. What? Damn. Y'all see she out here trying to cop them pleas, y'all? She trying to cop them pleas because she trying to shake them fleas. That's what this is about. You're going to hear a lot of people saying a lot of things about this situation, but you ain't going to hear more real than right here on the Black Alpha Network, because we are family. I got all my FBAs with me. She understands that deportation is coming. And all of these little tethers and mops and hoppers and skippers and jumpers, they're trying to get on somebody's team right now. So she's out there trying to perform and trying to put her resume on the table, because she understands them handcuffs was about to come a knocking, probably still are. And it's the same way with everybody. But this right here, family, is what we mean by tap dancing. This is what we mean by these people ain't like us. And we've been out here delineating something serious. So the same exact way we told everybody to hold their nuts is the same exact way we gonna tell the world continuously, constantly, no stop, hold them nuts. Look at it, fam. She out here copping crazy pleas, and I want y'all to notice one of the main things that she starts talking about is this right here, fam. She starts saying how we Black people, and I'm sitting here thinking, what you mean we Black people? Because you ain't Black. No, we shutting all that down, family. Oh, it's about to get shut down today. Oh, it's about to get shut down. She talks about Black women need to be nice to white women, but she ain't a Black woman. Hell no. Let's go.
Recently, in the media, it's almost been like a push to, it's not just making young Black children feel proud of themselves, but it's almost like doing that and at the other children not to be proud of themselves. And I don't want any child feeling that way. If as Black women, we felt...
Fam, that's about 3 too many we's for me, and this only been going on for about 30 seconds. What you mean we? What you mean Black people? What you talking about? You ain't Black. No, you are Trinidadian. You was a tether. Fam, this is why we delineate. We shutting all that down. Do y'all know now they're trying to say she's the queen of rap? Fam, they're trying to do the Republican version of what the Democrats do. Remember Fat Joe? Fat Joe 50-50, Kamala Harris? This is the opposite version being done by the Republicans, trying to put a tether in position to speak for us. You ain't Black, you ain't us, and you damn sure don't represent my certified sisters, because the only people who can represent a certified sister is a certified sister, not a counterfeit tether.
That we were not being represented and not being admired for our beauty. If we felt like that as Black women, why would we want to do that to other women? Amen. Why would we now need to make other people downplay their beauty so that we can feel, no, that's not how it works. I don't need someone with blonde hair and blue eyes to downplay their beauty because I know my beauty. Do you understand? It doesn't bother me that a woman feels and says that she's beautiful.
Who the hell saying that? Who in the hell is talking like that? Fam, that ain't nothing but Caribbean talk right there. That's some straight up Caribbean babble. You ain't talking for foundational Black Americans, and ain't no sisters worried about no damn Miracle Whip. Let's make this clear. Fam, we're going to put it on the line. We're going to put it on the line. Ain't no black American woman worried about no damn W woman, no Spanish woman, no Asian woman, no Muhammad Mohif woman, nobody. FBA sisters is standing on FBA business all damn day long. This is her right there trying to put on an audition. That's what that is, fam. She out there auditioning left and damn right. Look at this right here. Look at this, fam. What you call that, fam? That right there is I dance with massa. I dance, tap dance with massa. You see her out there? You see her out there tap dancing for massa, y'all? Look at that. And look at the Kirk lady. She got her head down. Look at that. Look at Nicki. Nicki got up a heart looking out the side of her eye. Oh, I hope Mrs. Miracle Whip loves it. You trying to put on a play for Mrs. Miracle Whip. You trying to dance for Mrs. Miracle Whip. You trying to prance for Mrs. Miracle Whip because deep down inside you want to be Mrs. Miracle Whip. Talking about some black women and we know our beauty. My sisters know they damn beauty. Because we ain't over here doing no damn backstrokes and cake soap over here in America. Fam, this is why we delineate.
Why shouldn't she feel that? Why have we gotten to a point where certain colors or certain kinds of people have to be afraid of loving themselves and loving the way they
it's called the system of white supremacy. That's what. Notice, fam. Notice she dancing around supremacy. Why do we have to do? Notice it's we when it's bad. Notice that, fam, when she's talking all that negative stuff, or when it's what we doing means to the whites women's, then it's we. But then when she starts talking about the system of supremacy, then it turns into us. You see that, family? When she starts talking about the system of supremacy, she makes sure that she includes everybody. But when she starts talking about bad wrongdoings, she makes sure that she exclusively says black Americans. You ain't black, fam. We are in the era now where that you better flip that MF upside down, and it's me. It's me and my lineage, me and my heritage, me and my culture. Nothing in between, on the other side, or around the corner, up the block, matters to foundational black Americans. It's all about us, fam. That's it. But this is what happens when you ain't standing on business, fam. When you ain't handling your business, you end up getting these type of tether mops, and tether mops start popping up, and you end up getting people like this. Fam, it's been in the making for how long? How long has this been in the making, brothers and sisters? That right there is exactly what we're talking about. You got these mops running around left and right, and they were trying to get inside of the culture. They start talking all that talk about what we need to do, and notice how all them weeds turn into them. Don't be mad when foundational black Americans start exposing you because you've never been a foundational black American in the first place. That's what we're talking about right now. Everybody's out there, fam. This is why we delineating. We shutting all that down. Because if you don't shut that down, fam, now they're trying to make it look like she's some type of representative for black people. She's trying to flip it now and be like, well, you know, black folks, we feel this way. Black folks, this is what we do. No, ain't no damn we. Ain't no we. You are who the hell you are, and that ain't us. I don't know what's so hard about telling individuals they not us. I don't know. But fam, the tap dancing didn't stop. No, it didn't. Look at this one right here. Fam, do you know she goes out there and she damn near flirting with Donald Trump? She out there, fam, she went full-time Caribbean tether. Y'all know the type of time they on. Y'all know. Watch this.
Biggest surprise for you, or something that you just really has been put on your heart that you've learned about our president and our vice president?
Well, I have...
No, listen to that, fam. Listen to her out there acting. Listen to that. Boy, she trying to get down with Miss Miracle Whip.
Well, I have the utmost respect and admiration for our president. He has, I don't know if he even knows this, but he's given so many people hope that there's a chance to beat the bad guys and to win and to do it with your head held high and your integrity intact. Fam,
this is the I don't want to get deported talk. She's out there trying to kiss up to the Trump administration, to the system of supremacy, because she fears that she's going to get deported. This is what all of this is. Yep, brown nosing 101, bootlicking 101. Yeah, who's the bad guy? Well, the bad guy, she's trying to talk about the bad guy because I'm going to tell you who she's really talking about. She's talking about immigrants, and she's trying to separate herself from all the other immigrants out there. That's what this is really about, y'all. She's out there trying to get in with the system of supremacy because deportation is calling her name because she is an illegal immigrant. You got to remember, Nicki is an illegal immigrant in America. Trump and his administration are locking up illegal immigrants in America. This is her trying to bootlick her way out of them damn ICE vans. This is what it is. This is her trying to bootlick her way out of them handcuffs. This is all it is.
From Queens, New York, like me. So, but what it's shown me personally is sometimes, you know, even in the worst feeling times in your life, you think that you're never going to come back from it. But you do. And our president shows that. He's been through every single thing a person could be through publicly.
Boy, she piping him, ain't she? You might as well just get up and put some money on the damn counter. Did Trump even ask for this? By the way, has Trump even talked about her? Listen to this. As president, is she trying to sound like Marilyn Monroe? Fam, is she going, I told y'all, she wants to be Mrs. Miracle Whip. Is she going full Marilyn Monroe right here? She damn near about to start singing Happy Birthday, Mr. President. Listen to this, trying to sound all sultry and seductive. Fam, you could just easily come out and say, hey, I'm down with him because he did this right here, this right here. She's trying to really pipe up. Get off your knees, Nicki, okay? This is Nicki on her knees right here. She going full overboard, laying it on way too heavy.
Having to constantly be lied on. It's not really that funny. Until you are in that person's shoes that's being lied on, you'll never understand what it feels like. That person is a human being. They have a family who has to read those lies. And that's not, and it's just not fair. But this administration
is going to deport my Trinidadian ass. So I'm sitting here in this seat talking to you. Look at Erika Kirk. She ain't looking again. Look again, y'all. She again got her head down. See, Mrs. Miracle Whip, she don't rock with no damn Nicki Minaj. Erika Kirk feels the same exact way about Nicki Minaj as all the Mrs. Mayos. Miss Mayo don't give a damn about no damn Caribbean tether. Look at this, fam. I already showed you the last picture. Another freeze frame of Nicki looking towards Kirk, Kirk looking down, and Nicki trying to vie for her attention. She's trying to vie for her attention the same way she's trying to vie for the attention of white supremacy. It's the same thing. There go picture number one right there. I'm dancing with Massa, Massa looking down. Here goes another one. I'm talking to Massa, Massa looking down. This right here was a blatant, I don't give a damn, shut up, make it quick, and get off stage. But remember, y'all, they like being used by the system of supremacy. This is that tether talk. This is why we delineate. These people are not black Americans. She out there vying for attention, and she still ain't getting it. Erika Kirk, you ain't scratching your damn face. You ain't doing nothing but saying, be quiet. And look at Nicki over there saying, is it good enough for you? Is just, can I say something to you? And she said, hell no, you can make it quick.
Is full of people with heart and soul. And they make me proud.
Now, black Americans got soul. Don't talk that talk.
Of them. Our vice president, he makes me, well, I love both of them, but they're both powerful men, smart, strong, all of that, but both of them have a very uncanny ability to be someone that you relate to. I can relate to them. When I hear them speak, I know that they're one of us. Like
one of us. So you, as a illegal immigrant, you relate to Donald Trump and JD Vance, who wants to kick you and your people out of America. Are you really saying you want their skin tone? Is this what you're really saying? Hell yeah, I'll give you the answer. Hell yeah, that's what she's saying. The only thing you relate to them for is you relate to them being males because that's what you want to be. Fam, this is complete 100% tether babble.
I know that they're not. Don't you guys agree? They haven't lost touch of the world. You know, they're still connected to the world and what's happening in the world, with the younger people and older people, with the richer people and not so rich people. They have the ability to still connect and be real and make us feel proud to be American.
Oh, wait a minute. Proud to be an American? Boy, she done went full screen, didn't she? She's proud to be an American, but she is an illegal immigrant here in the United States of America. Fam, that right there is 110% counterfeit tether energy trying to get stuck in America because she knows she's about to get ran up out of America. That's what that is. And this is a bigger picture. I'm hearing a lot of different things, and a lot of it can be true. But I'm going to tell you the main course of all this, fam, what it really is Nicki Minaj understands that America ain't got a place for her immigrant ass. That's what it's really about. And she understands all that tether babble ain't working no more. She's trying to do that shift so she can jump on to the other side. Didn't they get rid of Candace Owens? Candace Owens is running around here talking about conspiracies, talking about Erika Kirk's husband. They cutting her off. They sending a signal right now. They saying, Candace Owens, you're done. They don't need her no more. By the way, Candace Owens, a Caribbean mop, and Nicki Minaj, a Caribbean mop. So you're dealing with two mops right here. These are two Caribbean mops who are trying to tap dance their way into the door of supremacy. Candace did it, and then they used her, got rid of her. What they done with their tools, fam, what they do? They break them, right? That's exactly what's going to happen to Nicki. And she understands that. She was making it up. I believe that children are our future. She went to a whole song, didn't she? She believes Mayo is our future. She was singing and every damn thing. But let me tell you something. Mayo's always been your future, and it's always been your thoughts. It's always been your desires. But you know what else we come to find out? Black Alpha exclusive. Nicki Minaj tells everybody that she's an illegal immigrant, and she's been here since she was 5. And then right here, you're going to see Nicki Minaj say she thinks that she should get a special honorary citizenship because she pays taxes. She says every single thing that people criticize immigrants for. Listen to her. You ain't got to take it from me. Listen to Nicki tell everybody she's an illegal immigrant.
Well, the only thing is, I'm not a citizen of America. Isn't that crazy?
You're a citizen of where?
Of Trinidad.
Oh, you're Trinidad.
Yes, boy. I was born on a beautiful island called Trinidad and Tobago. But I've been in the States for many years. You would think that with the millions of dollars that I've paid in taxes to this country, that I would have been given an honorary citizenship many thousands of years ago, Landale. Okay, I'm 10,000
You even know
years
my
old.
name?
Yes.
I'm a backup page, this, you know, to my other page now work.
Oh, but, well, if I can help you, I would love to, first of all, because I don't take it seriously if you feel that your life is in danger. And secondly, I don't know what it is I would be able to do, seeing as, you know, I'm not a citizen.
She's not a citizen? Wait a minute. Didn't she just say that Donald Trump and JD Vance make her feel most American? That's what she said. So which one is it? Are you not a citizen or are you an American? Sound like you're illegal because you can't be halfway. And by the way, family, let me ask y'all this $1 billion question. Do y'all think that Nicki Minaj should get some type of honorary pass because she pays taxes? Do you think paying taxes is a catalyst to come into America and get citizenship? Because that sounds a hell of a lot, the contradiction in the contrary of what JD Vance and them say. Because Joe Biden and them were running that same game and they said no. So do y'all believe that Nicki Minaj should get afforded an honorary pass and become an honorary member of America because she pays taxes? And if your answer is hell no, good. But then let me add to it, y'all. If you get an honorary pass for paying taxes, what do we get? Because we are Americans and we pay taxes. Damn, do we get a special award? How about reparations? I mean, we're Americans and we pay taxes. She's not an American. So if you can be an illegal immigrant and taxes your way into citizenship, then I can be an American citizen who reparations my way into taxes. How about that, fam? That's what I believe. That's what y'all believe. There they go. This right here is immigrant tether babble. And she said it herself.
danger. And secondly, I don't know what it is I would be able to do, seeing as, you know, I'm not a citizen. No, I'm not a citizen. No, I'm not a citizen. But
me don't know, like, you know, no family actually that are so, like, me don't know, like.
You do not want to go to no Trinidad, Landell. Landell, you know, I'm gonna try, you know.
Whoa, you don't want to go to Trinidad? Fam, did she just say she doesn't want to go back to her homeland? Is this, fam, this ain't nothing but a tether? Fam, this ain't no different than the tether that you hear on the Twitter spaces. This ain't no different than the tethers you hear on TikTok, than the Ubers. This is the same tether, y'all. You see one tether, you see them all. Ain't no damn superhero tether. This is a straight up tether. Telling the same thing, fam. She don't want to go back to her homeland. But in her song, she talking about she's a bad girl from Trinidad. She's a Trini broad. But the Trini broad don't want to go back to Trini, so she wants to mooch on to my damn country. Send her home. Why is she telling this man not to go back? I thought you loved your hood.
Landell, you know, I'm gonna Trinidad, you know. Trinidad.
Could you turn on the camera?
They call it Trinidad, you know.
I can't turn on the camera.
Huh?
Could you turn on the camera so?
That's your problem right now. You have to lower all of the blood clot camera, them. I don't want to see no camera.
So, Europe also, or Canada, or I don't know if you have any family in Canada.
And you would think, would you want to live with my family in Canada? Babe, let's get a real plan going, okay? First off, let's figure out how something can go so, okay? How can something go so? Meaning, how can a person that's not a citizen get landia in our country?
There you go, fam. Black Alpha in the place. I went and unearthed this right here. Why everybody's talking about Nicki Minaj, and this is all over the internet. I went and found this, and I want y'all to listen very carefully. This is Nicki Minaj coming up with a plan so she can weasel her way in to the United States of America. Started off with her talking about this guy. It's been going on for a minute, y'all. This been going on for a minute because she understood that she's an illegal immigrant. So if you listen to this whole conversation, she's talking to the guy about how they can come up with a plan and get to America. It's been weighing on her mind heavy that she's a damn tether. It's been weighing on her mind heavy that we got a delineation process. All that I'm black, that ain't working. Let's be honest, fam. I'm going to go there, all the way there. Black Americans don't rock with no damn Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj ain't no damn queen of rap. Let's make that clear. Nicki Minaj is somebody just like Drake who has been mooching off of Black American culture. Fam, does Nicki really get street cred when it comes to foundationals? A lot of Black Americans didn't like none of that rap that she would do, all those weird voices and stuff. Okay, I got a thing for American guys. We never really liked that kind of style, fam. Let's be real. Fam. We're going to go there. Did Nicki Minaj ever really get real love like a Queen Latifah? Did she really, fam? We ain't really rock with no Nicki like that. No. And now she's realizing that same energy. Absolutely, fam. Absolutely. We never rock with that. Her, Cardi B, all these are tethers. These are straight up tethers, fam. Those are those New York tethers that came out here trying to rock. When you start talking about foundational Black Americans, man, we out here. Queen Latifah, Mia X. She don't get no love like no damn Mia X. Did you just see Mia X at the damn Versus? She stole the show. Nicki could never get that love. She could never, fam. The main thing that they went out and did, they went and took the cheap way around. If you look at her crowd, her fans are very much like Beyonce's fans, okay? And they're very much like, Beyonce's fans, you got Nicki's fans, you got all those rainbow committees, the Mariah Carey fans. That's who they are. They're not your average everyday sister out here in the streets, fam. Gangsta Boo, shout out. Yup, Gangsta Boo all day. She don't get no love like no damn Gangsta Boo. Fam, go to Memphis right now. Go to the South, go anywhere. Say Gangsta Boo. You gonna know who that is. Matter of fact, no lie, I hear people riding up the street still listening to Gangsta Boo. I don't hear nobody out here listening to no damn Nicki Minaj. I don't hear that, fam. I don't hear it. You know, yeah, real talk, fam. Yeah, nobody really rock with her like that. We foundational Black Americans never really rocked with her. You rode off of Lil Wayne's success, okay? He ushered both of them tethers into the game. Remember, Mr. Lil Wayne, who he never seen racism, who had all that stuff to talk about with Emmett Till. Lil Wayne brought Drake and Nicki Minaj into the movement. Let's be honest, y'all. And they rode off of his cosign, and then they both kind of started to talk about being non-Black American after the fact. That's what they always do, fam. They always after the fact. Yeah, Missy Elliott, absolutely, much respect. They know what it is, fam. They know what it is. Yeah, where them dollars at? They know. They understood that riding the foundational Black American coattail in our culture, we started to shut it down. Trust me when I tell y'all, they saw microphone check. See, microphone check wasn't just about the Puerto Ricans. Microphone check was to a lot of these people who've been coming into America and kind of riding our culture and then jumping back and forth. Busta Rhymes is wearing dresses right now, and he's in Jamaica doing shows in front of 6 people. You dig? You see what we did to their careers, okay? This is the same thing. So if you listen to Nicki right here, Nicki's talking to this guy, and they're kind of coming up with a way, how do they get into citizenship? She's really talking out loud to these individuals. You can hear it, fam. She's like, well, what do I do? How do we come up with a plan? She told you she's not a citizen, and how does she come up with a plan, fam? We went back and pulled this out when nobody's really talking about this. This is why she understands the days of tethering are over. It's all about delineation.
Meaning, how can a person that's not a citizen get land here in our country where she not on a citizenship? But me no know.
Me no know.
So ask the person what I would have to do in order to expedite the visa for you. If I can do it, I would be more than happy to. However, when you come to the States, it's not just like you're going to just be hanging out on TikTok all day. You have to know and figure out what kind of work you're going to do to keep that income, you know? So you got to like really write these things out and think about them and have a plan.
And have a plan. That right there was straight immigrant 101, fam. Nothing that you do will be clean when foundational Black Americans find your ass. You ain't gonna be out here scot-free. We gonna catch you. Y'all heard that right there. She told dude she is not an American citizen. Now remember, y'all, when she was sitting there with Charlie Kirk's wife, she was talking like Marilyn Monroe. And then when she get around this guy, it's, I'm from Trinidad, you don't want to go there. Notice the accent, flip-flop, back and forth. These people are phony. They fraudulent. They ain't certified. No, hell no. These people ain't got no certified bones in them. Not at all. And the block has been getting hot for her for quite some time, everybody. This is what this is all about. The block has been getting hot. It came out that she's an illegal immigrant. Fam, she's been here since 5 years old. Let me tell you, Nicki Minaj's story is no different than your average everyday that matter of fact, let me take that back. Nicki Minaj's story is no different than them damn Uber drivers. You came over here, you rode off the success of Black folks, and then you flip-flop when it was convenient for you. And the block's been getting hot for her for a hot one. And this is why everybody's watching. Everybody's been watching it. See, FBA with our delineation process, they're not trying to jump back on board. Y'all notice that? Look at Drake, right? Drake 5 years ago would have busted the block and came back talking Black stuff. He understands, nah, them FBAs is serious. I'm going to go ahead and leave that one alone. Nicki Minaj would have tried it. She like, nope, I'm going to leave that one alone. And I want y'all to notice how she was talking all that stuff about being Black and Black this and Black women. Did y'all remember that? I just played the clip. She just sat there and talked all that talk about loving white women, because that's what it was. This was an I love white women speech. Nicki Minaj gave a I love white women and I love white men speech. Did you hear it? She said, love white women with blonde hair and blue eyes. She said, love JD Vance. She said, love Donald Trump, called him handsome. Okay, that was a full thing. She didn't talk policy. She didn't talk sociology. She didn't talk anything of substance. She went there and gave a whole speech about how much she loves white folks. But isn't it funny, y'all, that she was talking all that talk about giving a damn and caring about womenhood, right? Do y'all remember this right here? Where was all the womenhood when she did this right here? How about that, y'all? Y'all remember all the slick talk she was saying about SZA? Do y'all remember that, family? Remember how reckless she was talking about SZA? Where's SZA from? SZA's a foundational Black American. Where's she from? Where's SZA? SZA from? Is she from the East Coast or is she from the Midwest? Y'all let me know where SZA's from. You didn't hear all that talk that she was talking about loving white people, loving blonde hair. She made it look like Black women have some type of issue with white women when white women are the main people who've been distributing supremacy. Yeah, she had all these type of crazy things to say about our sister SZA, but she didn't run that damn back though. Look at this. Look what she been saying, fam. Look at this. And then you got people out there, by the way, look at this. Dude says, black people don't get mad. Black people called her a cokehead, ignored her abuse with Meek, judged her body, her entire career, turned a blind eye when she speaks on injustice. This is that she ain't black. Don't associate this woman with blackness at all. She ain't nowhere near us, fam. But look at this. She talking about go draw the freckles on your back. Right there, talking about SZA. Look at this. And remember, she from New Jersey. Okay, shout out to SZA. Okay, New Jersey, much respect. Look how she starts talking about a black American woman, though. Look how she starts talking about a black American woman, talking about her freckles. And remember, this was unsolicited. SZA was even like, what are you talking about? Look at what SZA says. SZA says, Mercury retrograde. Don't take, basically said, don't worry about it, right? Watch her going in with no type of reason. Look at this one right here, fam. SZA's out there saying, what are you talking about? I ain't got no problem with you. She just woke up one morning. I'm in a meeting, so I don't know if you was talking ish or not. So if you don't like it, I'll delete it later. Ho? She called her a hoe? Really? Fam, look how she starts talking about a black American woman. What about this one? Wait, does SZA think she's more successful than me? LOL. Y'all catch me up, please. SZA, if every song you've ever done vanished right now, the music business wouldn't even miss you. I've been to countries that you never heard of. This is FBA jealousy. FBA fam, let's be honest. Let's be real. She's super jealous of a black American woman. That's what this is really about, y'all. Don't get it twisted. This was when SZA was out here right after the damn Super Bowl. And remember, who was SZA performing with at the Super Bowl? Kendrick Lamar. Who was the person that bodied her label mate, Nicki Minaj's? Kendrick Lamar. Put it all together, fam. We connecting the dots. Watch all these names she starts calling her. I mean, just out the blue, y'all. I've been to countries that you've never heard of. I know you're not that stupid, are you? Stadiums? Do you look at the venues I played on my own headlined festival tour out of the country last year? BITCH? Have you ever headlined 80,000 people? BITCH? What have you ever done besides yodel with auto-tune that needed retuning? Boo, I'm an icon. You're not. In the end, pay that man for almost breaking his back. Why didn't you speak up when your execs was bullying and harassing me? You dirty something C-U-N-T. I don't even want to repeat this. Y'all hear this, fam? Y'all hear this? This is FBA hatred right here. She's an anti-foundational black American. That's what this is. That's what Nicki Minaj has always been. An anti-foundational black American spewing all of this hatred towards SZA. And remember, this is when SZA was on tour because SZA's career is way hotter, okay? Way hotter. She says, and she's talking about, help me when I'm getting bullied. What do you consider this? You out here bullying every damn body. She was beefing with the girl Lotto. Everybody she beefs with, fam. This is that Caribbean talk. She said, these body numbers on all platforms have y'all losing y'all MFing minds. You the type that would have been quiet in school trying to fit in. I know what Tether ain't talking about fitting in. You still have no clue who you are. I know you went nights without washing that musty face. I know what Tether ain't talking about nobody being musty. And what happened to all the girl love? What happened to all that we need to love ourselves? You weren't talking like that when you was sitting down with Erika Kirk. Notice, fam, when she was sitting there talking to that Miracle Whip woman, she wasn't talking like that at all. When she was around that Miracle Whip woman, it's we need to love y'all's better. And now she's saying the B word left and right. She says BITCH. How you remember exactly where every freckle go? Really? Really? You talking about this woman's freckles? This is really where the hell she's at with it, y'all? How about this one right here? I'm in a meeting. That's the one right there. How about this one right here, family? How about this? She got more talk, more hatred that she keeps on spewing because this is a hateful little tether. A hateful tether. I mean, completely. Look at this one. These individuals, they know that foundational black Americans are certified and they can't get it, fam. She's out there calling people ugly. Really? You calling people ugly? That's your thing. But notice, y'all, again, another energy shift. Look at this energy shift right here when we start talking about her. Here you go. Read them tweets I just showed y'all. And then now look at the energy shift when she's talking to Mrs. Miracle Whip.
I want to ask you in closing, what is something that you want to leave as a legacy in this world for your family, for your baby, for just everything?
Well, that it's okay to change your mind. Yeah. It's okay to change your mind.
Let me translate that, family. What she's saying is white folks, I know I made a lot of raunchy music and I talk that black stuff, but I don't want to be down with black people no more. You got to listen to it. You know Certified's gonna catch it. Listen to that. Translate that, fam. How are you translating that? Let me ask y'all. Y'all know this is an interactive channel. Let me ask y'all, how did you interpret that last statement? Erika Kirk, Mrs. Miracle Whip, asked Nicki Minaj, what do you want to leave as an example? And Nicki said that you change your mind. I'm viewing that as, can you please let me into the house of mayo? I brought some Brussels sprouts with me. Let me come on in. This is her saying, I know you listen to me hanging out with Lil Wayne, and I was dating Meek Mills and all those blacks, but that's the thing of the past. I want to be, fam, that's her saying she wants to be white. That's what that was. Clear as day.
That it's okay to change your mind. Okay to change your mind. You don't have to, you know, sometimes there's a lot of things projected onto you when you change your own mind. You know, they project fear, shame onto people who don't think and do as they think and do. But I've traveled the world. I've performed for huge crowds all around the world. And no matter how many songs I do on that stage, it didn't mean as much as this.
Damn! Damn! Boy, she straight up tap dancing. Boy, she trying to be a Teo, a Tether Mayo so bad. Did she just say her career doesn't mean anything? Did she just say sitting next to Erika Kirk is the highlight of her life? That's what she just said. Read through all the Tether translations, y'all. Pull out your Ro Tetherstone, all right? Let's go ahead and do some translations. Pull out your Rose Tetherstone and let's go ahead and translate that, fam. She just said, out of everything I've ever done in my life, all the career, the whole shows, every single album I put out, it never meant as much to me as this right here. Basically, sitting in the midst of a bunch of white people.
I do on that stage, it didn't mean as much as this.
Damn. Damn, boy. Just when you thought the tethers couldn't get more low, just when you thought the tether was on the ground more than ever, they went deep. They done pulled out the damn shovel, family. They digging deeper.
Because this is a direct link for younger people.
No, this is a direct link to white folks.
This is a direct link between young people and God. And there's been a lack of that. There's been a lack of that in our media, in our everyday conversations. People have been.
Damn. And here's the kicker, fam. When she starts talking about God, to her, God is the woman sitting right across from her. That's what that is. You already see it, fam. Listen to all of the translations and what she's saying. She's saying, I'm proud to be here because there's a lot of white people here. She's saying, I'm proud to be here because I'm in the presence of white people. And she's saying, I love being here. And this is the highest ever achievement for me because as a Trinidadian tether, this is what we all aspire to be. That's what it is. But notice, fam, the shift in energy. Notice when she was talking about SZA, her whole energy, she was throwing out the B word left and right. There was none of that womanhood when she was talking about SZA. Now, that fact that she's sitting there talking to that W woman, the game has changed. The game has changed. Nicki Minaj has always been an anti-Black American hater. That's what she's always been. That's why when she's sitting next to Erika Kirk, she's smiling, talking in a soft voice, letting it be known that she loves Mrs. Miracle Whip because she loves white people. But when she was talking to SZA, she was calling her the B word, calling her ugly, all types of disrespect. And remember, she did that to SZA unsolicited because SZA was on tour with Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar is the person that bodied Nicki Minaj's label mate, Drake. So it all turns back around in one big circle. And fam, we ain't done. The block been hot on her. The block been hot, and these are more reasons why out of nowhere they start going to that damn table. Look at this right here, fam. This was the other tweet. I had to pull it up, but now we got it. Look at this tweet she says. Remember she was talking all that talk about white folks and talking about we need to be nice to them. She straight up told SZA this. She said, shut up, ugly. She just called her ugly, fam. This is that Caribbean colorism. Let's go there, fam. This is that tether Caribbean colorism right there. That's what I'm talking about. She called her a hoe and called her ugly. Damn. But fam, the block has been hot for her for quite some time because she just ended up getting arrested last year, and she got arrested in the UK. Now, you understand the laws in the United States of America. If you're an illegal immigrant and you get arrested outside of these borders, they're able to go ahead and look down the list and look at these offenses, and that can get you deported. You can't just do a crime in America. You can't do a crime somewhere else. Notice all these things are starting to happen soon as her paperwork gets filthy. That's why she said you can change your mind. What she was really saying is, I know I was walking around here doing filth. I know I was walking around here talking reckless. I know I was hanging out with too many black people. And now I just got arrested in the UK. And I don't want you guys to revoke my citizenship. That's what she was really trying to say, fam. That's exactly what she was trying to say. So just last year, she ended up getting arrested in the UK, coming from Amsterdam, if I'm not mistaken. And the first reports came out, she had some powder on her. She had some dirt on her, family. And I want y'all to notice this right here. And they try to run it back and say that she had some weed on her. Nah, you had some of that damn work, that cocaine. Look at this, fam. This was her right here. And she was trying to weasel her way out. And this case ended up putting her immigration status on somebody's desk. So she tried to run it back and be like, whoa, can we do a redo? Can we start over? Watch this. Here we go.
Going to turn now to Nicki Minaj, back on stage last night in England after being arrested at an Amsterdam airport for allegedly having marijuana in her bag. Stephanie Ramos is here with more. Good morning, Stephanie.
Michael, good morning. Rapper Nicki Minaj was arrested by Amsterdam police for allegedly carrying drugs. She denies those allegations.
Overnight, rap superstar Nicki Minaj returning to the stage and sharing highlights on Instagram of her Pink Friday 2 World Tour, just one day after her arrest for possession of drugs at an Amsterdam airport.
From the bottom of my heart, thank you for being here tonight.
Saturday, as the 41-year-old was preparing to fly to the UK for a concert in Manchester, authorities stopping the rapper, alleging they found marijuana pre-rolls in her luggage.
I'm not carrying drugs.
Okay, but it's not a question here. I think it's.
I'm not carrying drugs.
Inside.
Number one, when I came here,
you can go inside.
No, I'm not going in there. I need a lawyer present.
Real name is Onika Mirage Petty, live streaming the confrontation on Instagram, which has since been deleted.
Oh, so I'm under arrest.
Yes.
But
yes.
Under arrest for what?
Stop filming now.
I'm under arrest for what? Do you know what happened when I came
here?
You
have to go inside.
Huh? What you said?
Can you please stop filming? It's just not in the camera first.
No, I need a lawyer.
Minaj calling the incident an attempt to sabotage the remainder of her tour, claiming that her bags were taken without her consent, writing, "My security has already advised them those pre-rolls belong to him." The multi-platinum artist.
Nah, family. Nope, I don't want to hear it. You already know what that is, fam. I heard that was powder. How many of y'all remember hearing that, fam? When this story first came out, remember hearing that was powder? And then they tried to turn it and say that it was some pre-rolls. They're not getting you with no damn pre-rolls in Amsterdam. By the way, weed in Amsterdam has been legal for a long time, okay? It's been legal in Amsterdam to have that goddamn green. I heard that it was dope, and they was snatching her up about that damn dope, and then she was trying to spin it. Up with hope, down with dope. Yeah, what'd you say? She was trying to be a white girl, got caught with some white girl. Ain't that right? She was trying to be a white girl, got caught with the white girl. Ain't that something? You see what it is, fam. She was having that damn dope on her. This is what the real story was. Watch her right here, fam. Start snitching.
Artist also pointing out Amsterdam's liberal marijuana laws. Dutch police taking the hip-hop star into custody, but later releasing her after charging a fine. Her concert in Manchester postponed to a later date.
Even with countries with lax cannabis policies, I would say just leave the marijuana and even hemp at home. And just like Nicki Minaj couldn't leave the Netherlands with marijuana, she also couldn't land in the UK with it either.
On X saying, please, please, please accept my deepest and most sincere apologies. They sure did know exactly how to hurt me today, but this too shall pass.
While Amsterdam has gained a reputation as a destination.
No, look at that, fam. It hurt her. You see it right there, fam? She talking about something. It hurt her. That right there was her trying to cop them please, fam. I'm telling you right now. She was trying to cop them damn please because she understood that made her look real bad. Real bad, and nobody was trying to hear that. They was like, hold up. Wait a minute. What you mean? You done got caught. This ain't helping her immigration case, fam. So soon as that happened, what's the next thing you start to see? She starts talking about Nigeria and Christians. Fam, you got to understand this, okay? This is what you have to understand, is that in the system of white supremacy, these tethers all view America as white people, all right? So anytime they talk about how great America is, they're talking about how great they view white folks. So she wants to be attached to that. And every single living moment that they have, every single thing that they do, it's to be put in good favor with them white folks. So if they mess up, like, I don't know, have cocaine on you when you land in the country, and you catch that case and know that that will be reviewed, next thing you know, she started trying to find a way out. That's why when she was talking to Joe Loft Jr. on that little TikTok, and they was talking about a plan to come to America, where she told everybody she's not a citizen, and she said that she should come to America and get citizenship because she paid taxes. All of that, fam, was just weighing on her brain. This was them basically saying, wait a minute now, your ass coming to America, but you ain't really no damn American citizen. And you got a lot of cases on your hands. And not to mention her husband. Y'all know PDF. Y'all know about her husband. Don't be surprised, fam, and the next move is probably for her to end up getting rid of her husband. It's going to come down to it where they're going to say, listen, you're going to have to get rid of him or you getting deported. And his ass will be gone. Because remember, y'all, they ride whatever they can ride until they can jump off of it. That's what's going to happen next. So I heard that she got caught with some white girl. I heard that, fam, straight up. You see the energy shift. You see she hates on foundational Black American women particularly. And if nobody believes me, let me show y'all something right here. Everybody's known that Caribbean women really have a thing against Black American women. All right, I'm going to go there, fam. A lot of people don't talk about this, but we're going to talk about this shit today. Pardon my language. They don't like Black American women. I'm going to tell you why. It's the same exact reason why tethers don't like Americans at whole. The Caribbean women have this thing against Black American women because Black American women own their greatness, okay? A foundational Black American woman is always been strong by herself. Caribbean women, they're always chasing up underneath the colonizer, the tethers, the skin bleachers, all that skin bleaching stuff. Let's be honest. Skin bleaching for the most part is a Caribbean thing, but it's also a Caribbean woman thing. So Caribbean women have always had this issue. They don't like the fact that foundational Black American women are in the history books for holding it down. They don't like the fact that foundational Black American women are the standard. They don't like the fact that foundational Black American women are the beauty of the planet Earth. Caribbean women have a strong seething jealousy. Man, when I say seething, they got a seething jealousy. When you go out there to Jamaica or you go out to Barbados, the first thing you're going to realize is that the Caribbean women, they cannot stand the sister. They'll see a Black American man and be like, whatever. But when they see a sister, it just rubs them wrong because they don't like the fact they got to work on resorts. Think about this, fam. When a lot of foundational Black American couples or just foundational Black American sisters, they go vacation in the Caribbean, the Caribbean women are the ones working in those hotels. They don't like the fact that they got to serve foundational Black American women. They got to be the waitress. They got to clean the rooms, okay? They hate that stuff. You see some sisters who go out to Jamaica and turn up, go kick it, or you see a husband and a wife go out to Jamaica and kick it. Them Caribbean women be sitting there saying, look at them damn Black American women. Because they don't like the fact that on them resorts, they got to serve you. They hate that stuff. They don't like the fact that this FBA woman getting paid over here having a good time and you about to go home. You about to go right on back to America and this ain't nothing but a flyby. Yo Jamaican ass, yo Trinidadian ass, you got to stay working at that hotel and your life will never get further than that hotel. That's why Nicki Minaj told Erika Kirk out of everything she's ever done, the best thing in her life is sitting next to her. That's why she said it, fam. They hate foundational Black American sisters. They have a jealousy that runs so deep. They wish it was them on the magazine covers. They wish it was them in the history books. They wish it was them who stand up on business. And it be the Jamaican, light-skinned Jamaicans. It be the dark-skinned Jamaicans. It's all of them. Watch this sister right here, fam. This sister right here, she's Caribbean. And she gonna tell everybody, she gonna be like, yeah, Caribbean women don't like Black American women. Watch this. This gonna come from one of them. Look at it. Here we go. Watch this young lady right here and watch what she says. Nicki Minaj and being Caribbean. Watch.
I have a theory about why Nicki Minaj acts. I have a theory about why Nicki Minaj acts the way she acts and why she's like acts very male-centered and why she's kind of like don't like Black women and she's like always hating on them, but then she like bootlicks, you know, white artists and things like that. And it has something to do with her being Caribbean. I grew up in a Caribbean household, right? My mom is from Trinidad. She was born in Trinidad. My grandma was also born in Trinidad. And Caribbean people have this kind of obsession with white people. Like they feel like white people are better than like African Americans. Like they feel like African Americans are lazy and they have so many opportunities and they just lay around and they don't do anything about them, this, that. So Nicki Minaj, both her parents being from the Caribbean, I'm sure that they probably have the same ideologies. And also when it comes to women and men, you see how she's very male-centered and she loves Drake and Lil Wayne and all the guy rappers, except JD for some reason. But all the guy rappers, but then like she doesn't like the woman. And I feel like it's because when you're growing up in a Caribbean household, like the women are very hard on the other women. Like they don't give you props. You know what I'm saying? It's always, that's exactly what you're supposed to do. Like you come home with 100, that's exactly what you're supposed to do. But if your brother comes home with an 85, they're praising and they're throwing a party for him. So I just feel like that plays a part too. I feel like in Caribbean households, well, at least from my experience, I feel like when it comes to women bigging up women, they don't do that. Like they don't really support the other women. Like
they don't support the other women. The Caribbean women don't support the other women. So if they do that and talk like that towards their own women, what the hell do you think they saying about Black American women? You know why they feel that way, brothers and sisters? It's because they got to be up underneath their men because they can't get it on their own. Let's be real. Let's be real, fam. When you think about a woman getting it on her own, you do not think about a Caribbean woman or an African woman. When you think about a woman that can go out in this world and not only dominate, but can go get money, you think about a Black American woman. And all the women in the diaspora are jealous as hell. They jealous as hell because they got to sit up underneath Mr. Fufu, Mr. Jollof, Mr. Curry Chicken. A Black American woman is going to say, listen, if you ain't getting off your shoulders, I'm about to go get it. I'm going to go bring it home. That's what they hate. I'm telling y'all. She got a hell of a lot of hatred and jealousy towards foundational Black American sisters. It's the same exact way all of those damn Caribbean women do. And then when they see sisters out in Jamaica or anywhere the sisters go travel, and they see sisters out there with their own money, hold on. Damn, what we cooking? Hold on. When they see sisters out there with their own money, with their own style, with their own fashion, when Black American women walk into a place, it be all eyes on them, like Tupac. Yep. All of them Jamaican women be over there in the corner. They be drinking they drink. They be mopping the floors, and they be angry as hell because it all goes back to that vitriol and that spite they have because they understand in this world, they can't go do it. You ain't never seen no type of Caribbean woman ever stand alone and stand on her own. They don't dominate. Sisters dominate sports. Sisters dominate the economics in the education world. Black American women gonna get it regardless. All those Caribbean women, they not gonna get it regardless. That's why they be working out there at them damn resorts and they be working on them boat cruises and them airlines because they understand you got to serve us. And that jealousy starts to fester. So if they do that towards their own Caribbean women, what you think they doing towards a foundational Black American woman? It's the same exact thing that Nicki Minaj does. That's why she was jealous of SZA.
It's like, yeah, good job. But it's like when a man does something, it's like, oh my God, like it's like such a big deal. And I'm happy that Nicki Minaj actually had a boy because I'm scared that if she had a girl, she would have probably taught them, you know, a lot of stupid ideologies. And I also learned recently that my grandmother, I don't know if they teach this now, but my grandmother learned in Trinidad and Tobago that Christopher Columbus discovered their land. So it's just like, you got to put a lot of things into perspective, because I think that Nicki Minaj was born in Trinidad and then brought here. So I feel like just growing up in a Caribbean household, especially with two Caribbean parents spitting these like ideologies at you that Black Americans are lazy or whatever the case may be, and just seeing how like no one really bigs up women like that, I feel like Nicki Minaj now, like as an adult, is like showing those same things, like to how she could never give like other Black women credit.
Hell no. No, she can't. No, she can't. That's what jealousy does to you. You'd be surprised what jealousy will do. You'd be surprised what jealousy will do to these people. It ruins them. And that's the same reason why she's been coming out there with all of that, fam. There's been always the signs of these people. FBA, shout out to the certifieds that never rock with her. There's a hell of a lot of brothers and sisters that never rock with Nicki Minaj or Drake. Don't let nobody come around and tell you that, because like I said, the majority of their fans ain't us anyway. The majority of their fans. And there's another thing that she did a long time ago, not that long ago, actually. You remember when she was beefing with Cardi B, and they still be going back and forth and beefing, whatever. But when her and Cardi B were having their little spat, did you guys see that Nicki Minaj started going in on Cardi B's baby? Did y'all see that? See, one thing about Black Americans, okay? I may not like you, but I'm not talking about your damn newborn. All right, I may not like you. I ain't rocking with you at all. Ain't nobody talking about your newborn. But did you remember that Nicki Minaj started talking real reckless, and she started saying crazy things about Cardi B's kid? And it's not just that she was talking about her kid. It's what she said about her kid. Okay, she said something that I was like, whoa. And I heard that anti-Black American hatred in the middle of all of that. Now, I don't give a damn about Cardi B. Let's get this straight. I don't give a damn about Nicki. I don't give a damn about the Tethers. But let me tell you what I do know. Black Americans don't say nothing like this. Nicki Minaj calls Cardi B's daughters monkeys and roaches. Are you serious, family? She called the kids roaches and monkeys. That sounds like that Caribbean talk. And let's be real. The reason why she said that is not because of Cardi B. She said that because of Offset. That's what that was really about. Okay, let's be real, y'all. Let's keep it a buck. She said that because of Offset. She basically saying that they're half monkeys and half roaches. That's what she really meant. That right there, FBA don't do that. Okay, you can say whatever the hell you want to say about us, fam. We don't be running around here calling no damn kids or anybody no damn monkey, because we understand the notion behind that. That ain't no FBA type of language. Foundationals don't be on that kind of time. But that shows you right there the type of tether energy. And you know exactly what would end up happening. Yeah, Offset's FBA, absolutely. They're straight out here from Gwinnett County, out here in Georgia. Yep, that was really, fam, that was her saying you got them little monkey babies. And we've all heard stories about Caribbeans saying that. Up there in the East Coast, fam, right there in New York. It'd be a Spanish woman, and she's dating a Black dude, and she'd be like, oh, I don't want you to bring home him because you're going to have little monkey babies. You're going to have little roaches babies. That right there is a Caribbean, fam. You let them talk and you're going to hear it all come out. That's what that was. Offset is a foundational Black Americans right here from Georgia. And she was basically saying, you have that monkey in you. That's what that is. That's all Caribbean talk. See, we listen. I understand all the little notions and the factors that they be doing and the way they talk about things and the way they say them and how be having these like underlining things. If you listen to Tethers, man, they all got underlining jabs. It's either going to be overt or it's going to be covert, the same way the supremacists do. Because that's where they got them from. Yeah, absolutely. Brothers and sisters, we ain't on that. We ain't on that. Listen, I got a million things I can say about somebody. Calling somebody a monkey or a roach, I understand the connotation behind that. That ain't something that FBAs, quite frankly, do. That ain't our style, you dig? But that's them. So it goes back to what the lady was saying. You're jealous of Black Americans. You're extremely jealous of Black American women. You don't like foundational Black American culture only when you can benefit from it. And the delineation movement has really stopped her from being able to benefit off of us. That's why she's trying to make this new remodeled and remolding of herself. That right there is clear as day Caribbean energy. Y'all remember? We got to go there, fam. Let's just go straight to the point. Y'all remember when that hurricane happened? What happened with that hurricane? Oh, let's go there, y'all. When that hurricane happened just a couple months ago, about a month and a half ago, remember, it was the Caribbean women that were trying to say it was Black women over there that were giving all of the people at the hotel a hard time. Remember that? Come to find out, it wasn't even a Black woman. It was another Caribbean. Remember that, y'all. See, this goes back to the point. It's the same thing. What we do, we connect the dots. We connect the dots where the dots need to be connected. During that hurricane, just a month ago, it was all the Caribbean women who started that lie, and they were saying Black American women were over there being disrespectful to all of the hotel maids. And it wasn't. It was another Caribbean. So just like the lady said a minute ago, the Caribbean woman don't like the Caribbean woman, and the Caribbean woman can't stand the Black American woman. And then you come to find out it wasn't even a Black American woman. Okay, so they were trying to put the jacket on us when really it belongs to them. And this is why sisters out here, shout out to the fam, a lot of sisters is out here saying, hold up, we been said this woman was a damn tether. Shout out to the certified sisters, because, you know, we don't be going for that type of tether Caribbean energy that Nicki Minaj has. Watch this.
Why we say Black Americans only. Because they tether themselves to our community, bloodsuck our culture, benefit, profit, until they can't no more, until that money not coming in, until they can't save their house. Maybe the green card expiring too. Who knows? But you get on stage with Erika Kirk and talk about Black women and how much you love Donald Trump, knowing full well what Turning Point USA and Donald Trump stands for when it comes to the Black community, but you do it anyway to save yourself. This is why we say Black Americans only. All the rest of that shit cut out.
And while I got the people on the line, let me tell you something. Nicki Minaj is a tether. Nothing more, nothing less. Just understand. A lot of things that she even said, one thing in particular, Black women need to stop blaming white women for their issues. Only a tether would say something like that. What I need my people to do is please wake up. Stop forming parasocial relationships with these celebrities and these influencers. And please build a mind for yourself. Deconstruct, reconstruct your mentality. Stop idolizing celebrities.
I don't know what I want to say about Nicki Minaj. Besides the fact that I hope we all learned a valuable lesson in 2025 with regards to tethers and their tether ways. We really have to stop allowing people who look like us to come into our spaces and use our culture, in this case hip hop, and then go out and speak for us on the political stage. Like
that right there is the play. And shout out to the sisters. Sisters ain't going for that. Hell nah. No. Ain't happening. And you see that's what they was really trying to run with, right? They was trying to run with that. But here's a kicker thing. No matter how much you want to be a white woman, no matter how much you want to be Mrs. Miracle Whip or Mrs. Mayo, you'll never be accepted into that community. You're just vying for a position, but it never works. So all this stuff that Nicki Minaj thinks that she's doing, I'm going to tell you right now, that ain't going to go in the long run. This is why we have to stop people from coming into our community, fam. Let me show y'all what I noticed earlier. This is what I showed. Let me see if I can put this up. Let me see if this is the right one. Hold on. Here we go. Nope. We're going to get to that, though. We're going to get to that. These are the tweets that she was saying. Look at this right here. Wishing everybody a prosperous, happy Hanukkah. You see that right there, fam? This is what Nicki was on for quite some damn time. But I want y'all to see this one right here. They keep trying to put this thing about her being a Black woman. Black woman. Look at this tweet right here, family, that I seen today. And they're talking about Black people called Nicki all these names, almost like we kicked her out of the community and she was one of ours. She was never one of ours. Nicki Minaj has never been a foundational Black American. You can't ever say that. Hell to the no. You can go ahead and take that one and you can split with it because you know where the disrespect. Look at that. Black people called her a cokehead. Black people ignored abuse with Meek Mills. Black people judged her body. Black people turned a blind eye. That ain't got nothing to do with us. That fam, this is why we delineate. It's okay. It's cool. It's cool, y'all. Delineation clears all of this up. Delineation clears it up so you don't run around here and you start thinking that somebody who is non-foundational Black American is one of us. That ain't got nothing to do with FBA. That ain't got a goddamn thing to do with certified foundational Black Americans, y'all. This is why we've been clearing this up. This is why we having this discussion. Matter of fact, we in here, we got 2.4 thousand people. Everybody share this broadcast right now. Smash this like button because we're going to go ahead and we're going to signal boost this. We're going to get this out in the world. This is what delineation is here for. This is why we're here, fam. Don't get it twisted. Understand, we are here for a reason so we can clean that up. Because 5 years ago, they've been dumping all of that Caribbean off on us. We ain't going for that. No, because you want to know what disrespect is, fam? We've already seen calling people monkey, calling SZA ugly, talking all that talk. Do y'all remember this right here? How many of y'all remember? Do y'all remember when she caught backlash from foundational Black Americans because she wanted to promote her single and she used a Malcolm X picture and she put the looking on the title? Y'all remember that? Tell me y'all remember that when Black Americans was lighting her up. Black Americans was lighting her the hell up for this one. Shout out to the certifieds, fam. How many of y'all remember that? We're going to bring it to light. We're going to bring it to light today. Yeah, we're going to get this out here today. We in here 2.5K. This is going to be it. Y'all remember that right there? And isn't it funny, though? The same Caribbeans are always trying to claim Malcolm X. What's the first thing that they always say to us? Who's the first individual they try to use when they trying to thieve off of foundationals? They always be like, Malcolm X was Caribbean. No, he wasn't. Malcolm X is a foundational Black American. Let's get that straight. But y'all see how quick she was to use Malcolm X, disrespecting that. Y'all remember when Rihanna posted that picture of Martin Luther King with a gold grill and gold chains? You remember that, fam? They don't represent Blackness. And this is why we have delineated and regulated and separated. Because we clear all that up, fam. We done gatekeep. Now we have gate kept. It's clear now. You're not a foundational because y'all disrespecting Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. You calling our sisters all type of names, but yet you getting in front of that W woman and you sitting there talking about some, we needs to do nice to y'all and be's better for y'all because I wants to be a big old tether tap dancing Mayo friend. Y'all know what I'm talking about? We are the only ones holding down Blackness. This goes back to what we've always been saying. And this is why we've been cleaning all of that up, y'all. They really thought, I'm going to be real. I think that they thought that this Nicki Minaj thing was going to be more of like a Black issue. And notice it's been more of like a MAGA issue. Have y'all noticed that, fam? This is kind of turned into a MAGA civil war because they can't dump this on us. They're trying like hell to dump this and make this a Black thing and be like, oh, y'all Black folks, y'all don't like her. Y'all Black folks disrespect her. You could hear Erika Kirk. She was asking her questions. What about your community? Does your community like what you're doing? Go ahead, tell me more. Put a microphone in her. That didn't really work. It didn't get off the ground, y'all. Y'all know this dude right here. Look at this guy. This guy right here. They send out all their Republican tethers. Because remember, y'all, the same way Democrats have tether pets, Republicans have tether pets. Okay, you have the tether crack and then you have the tether publican. They're both out there. This dude right here was trying like hell. Look at this. Y'all know this guy right here, fam. Look at this. Remember this dude? This guy right here. And he's trying to run that whole game about Black people. Watch this.
Proves why Blacks are so lost. Let me tell you, when Megan Thee Stallion was twerking for abortion at that Kamala Harris rally, y'all loved it. When Cardi B is illiterate, talking about drugging people, doing all of this stuff, being a hoe, y'all love it. When Black men are calling each other niggas and shooting each other up and talking about all of this stuff and how they're so hood and they're so thug and all of this stuff, y'all love it. Y'all love degenerate Blacks. Y'all love it when Blacks act degenerate for you. You love it when they act degenerate for you in service of Democrats and in service of liberalism. Y'all love that shit. But as soon as Nicki Minaj comes out and says that she loves the president or she loves JD Vance or she speaks out against Christians being persecuted in Nigeria, now you hate her. Now she's Mammy Minaj. Now, you know, she's not invited to the cookout and all of this stuff.
She was never invited to the cookout. And family, Black Americans, boy, we roasted all of that Cardi B, all of that Megan Thee Stallion. Fam, we was right here. This is why the grassroots is running stuff, fam. Without the grassroots, the Democrats would be talking for us. Black Americans didn't rock with no damn Megan Thee Stallion twerking for Kamala. Black Americans saw that as filth. See how they just making up aspersions about us, fam? That's okay. This ain't gonna work. They out here trying to cast these aspersions on foundational Black Americans to make it look like we were down with this the whole time. Y'all Black folks was cool with Megan Thee Stallion. Y'all Black folks was cool with Glorilla. We denounce all of that filth because the Democrats put it in front of us. And we've been getting rid of the Democratic establishment at the same damn time. You know what I'm saying? What this guy needs to worry about is that damn fruit roll-up he got in the back and that goddamn fruit by the foot that he got in the back. But that's another topic for another day of topple. The whole different discussion. This is what we saying. We could absolutely, my sister. We called all that out. We called all that out. Hell no. Why you think Kamala lost? Why you think Kamala lost is because Black Americans didn't get down with none of that. This attempt to try to make Nicki Minaj a Black issue is failing horribly, fam. We not on none of that.
This is a person who was given more to the culture than 95% of these Black celebrities that are out here. But you throw her away for Democrats. You throw her away for liberals. And see, this is what y'all do. And this is why some people are still out here trying to save y'all. But like, I'm done with Black folks because this is what you do.
What you mean you done with Black folks? You ain't Black no goddamn way. Let me tell you what you down for. You down for the rainbow. Don't talk about Black folks when you want to taste the rainbow. Done tasted the rainbow. Look at you, got your mouth open for the damn rainbow. What you mean I'm done with Black folks? Black folks don't claim you. What you talking about? You done fell off that goddamn fruit by the foot and hit your goddamn head on that fruit roll-up bag. What the hell you talking about, a Skittles bag? Boy, what the hell?
You guys did it to Kanye when he came out for Trump, a couple of years ago. You guys are doing it to Nicki Minaj right now because blacks like degeneracy, because you like seeing black people kill each other. All right. You like seeing black men call each other niggas. All right. You like seeing black people tear each other down in mainstream media. Right. But you don't like black people that think for themselves. You don't like black people that tell you that the shit that you're doing out here isn't it. All right. You don't like black people that will actually stand up and say, like, I believe in conservative values, or I support President Trump, or I support JD Vance, or I support whatever. You don't like that.
I'm going to tell you what you like. You like Brad. You like Chad. You like Billy Bob. You like Jimbo. You like all of that. Don't tell me about what we like when we know what the hell you like. See what I'm talking about there, fam? This is why we maintain independence. All right. Anytime somebody comes popping up, they start talking about the Democrats or the Republicans. Foundational Black Americans make it clear that we represent our own lineage, heritage, and culture. You want to know what side we're on? Foundational Black American independence. It's to the point, fam, where we can't really deal with people who are black and identify as a political party. You know how we talk about dual allegiances, fam? Sometimes we think dual allegiances is just like another group of people, another race, okay, another ethnicity. You got to watch the dual allegiances because these people put these Republican and Democrat party in front of us. It's to the point, y'all, all black Republicans, don't they misconstrue the black sentiments? And all black Democrats, don't they misconstrue black sentiments? The true black American sentiments come from the foundational Black American grassroots. That's exactly what it is. Anytime you hear a black Republican talking, they're going to say things that foundational Black Americans ain't rocking with. Anytime you hear a black Democrat start talking, they're going to say things that foundational Black Americans ain't rocking with. This is why we stay right here independent, and it messes them up because they don't know how to view foundational Black Americans who move with autonomy and on our own accord and stand on our own. They don't like that. They don't know how that goes down, family. Okay, absolutely. Yep, you 110%. So foundational Black Americans, we over here doing our own thing. And this is why the world's messed up, because I want y'all to notice they are trying like hell to get foundational Black Americans to fall for like one of the political things. Because if you notice, the Democrats have done all of that, putting rappers in front of you. And now the Republicans are trying to take that same play. And we spoke about that during the election. We said the Democrats' play of putting rappers in front of you is the same exact way as the Republicans' way of putting rappers in front of you. But they're still trying to put a damn rapper in front of you and nothing of real substance and real accord. So we've been standing back on that. This issue didn't really get off the ground. Let's be real, y'all. Black Americans, let's go there. Black Americans said F Nicki Minaj, F Megan Thee Stallion, F the Democrats, and F the Republicans, FBA all goddamn day. Ain't that what we said, y'all? Y'all notice this stuff? We letting these people fight amongst themselves. This is why they're so upset. He got sent out to make that video. They're trying to force this to be a black issue. And they're saying, black people, y'all didn't. No, it's not about black people because delineation has created that separation to where now they can't say that's a Black American thing because they understand Black Americans, we out here standing on business. They know what the average foundational Black American wants. And they know what the average foundational Black American is out here doing. And it does not look like a Democrat and it does not look like a Republican. See, delineation is not only creating separation through your words, delineation is also creating separation through your actions. And when your words and your actions are combined and they work together, then everybody's forced to deal with you. Remember, y'all, delineation wasn't something that we are asking people. Delineation was something we're showing people. And eventually they're going to have to acknowledge it. They're going to have to acknowledge foundational Black Americans. They're going to have to acknowledge the lineage, heritage, and culture. It's not because we out there waving a flag and saying, please, that's that Black Lives Matter stuff. They feel they got to talk to white folks. Foundational Black Americans, we talk to our damn self and they just hear it. That's the difference between us and them. So this never really, truly, genuinely got off the ground. And speaking of things not getting off the ground, Nicki Minaj's failed attempt to take off into whiteness, it came crashing down very fast. Because did you guys hear that gaffe that she had? Oh, the white folks was mad at that. Did y'all hear what she ended up saying? Why was she sitting there doing so much tap dance? This is the dangers of being a mop, a melanated other person. This is the dangers of being a bootlick. This is the dangers of being a brown noser. You end up trying to say things and it doesn't really work out well. You know what she was talking and you could tell she was thinking. She was in I need to impress this white woman mode. So she's sitting there saying, I think we could win. And she couldn't really get her words right. And then she ended up saying, she loves JD Vance because he is an assassin. Sitting right next to Erika Kirk, and we all know what happened to Charlie Kirk. Ooh, them white folks was mad at that. Oh, man. Them white folks are sitting there saying, you goddamn, listen here. You damn Trinidadian damn tether. I gave you an opportunity to throw your people under the bus. We tried to make you the new Candace Owens. We gave you a new goddamn wig, and you got the nerve to come out here and still F up. This is why we want to just be Mayo and Mayo, and they don't want no Caribbean tethers involved. Oh, they was mad. Oh, they was mad, y'all. She slipped up, and she's like, I love JD Vance because he's an assassin. And then Erika Kirk's over there saying, what? What the hell? You ain't got no slip-ups in the system of supremacy when you're auditioning. She done fumbled the Mrs. Mayo bag. All right, let's go there, y'all. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. Oh, fam, remember, this story always ends with FBA winning. You just ain't know it until now. FBA already won. She tried to take that damn plane off. That thing got about right here. And that stuff said engine, blinking, fuel, low, and her ass went right on down. She thought she was going to get some type of clout and some credit, and then she ended up calling JD Vance an assassin. Out of all the damn words that you could say, you sitting right next to Erika Kirk, and the whole crowd was like, oh, hell, it was cringe. It was cringe, y'all. Hold on, let's go there. It was cringe-worthy. And what she saw her little certificate of whiteness walk right out the door. She seen that little badge of honorary white that she said she wanted. Remember, she said she wants to be an honorary member of America because she pays taxes. That stuff got ripped on up. Look at this. Karen, number 552. She said that was cringe and she didn't like it. Let's go.
There are a lot of videos going around right now of Nicki Minaj talking about how much she respects and admires Donald Trump, and she also called him handsome. But did you guys see this?
Have amazing role models like our handsome, dashing president. And you have amazing role models like the assassin JD Vance, our vice president. And when I say that,
Oh, she knew she messed up. Hey, y'all see she caught herself. She done tether slipped. She done tether slip, y'all. She knew she messed up. When I say that, she was trying to backtrack, throw the car in reverse. She tried to hit an alley-oop in return. Listen to that, fam. She knew she slipped up. And the crowd is sitting there saying exactly what I was just saying. And exactly what this Karen number 552 is saying. What the hell you talking about, Nikki? You messed up.
Our vice president. And when I say that,
trust me, there's nothing new under the sun that I have not heard, so you're fine. Yes, we did. I love you.
What was that?
Damn. You done did all of that posturing for a ticket into supremacy. You done tap danced with Massa's wife, Massa's kids. That Massa's husband ain't even alive no more. You out there tap dancing for his ghost and still messed up. Because the dominant society at this big supremacist convention, you ain't supposed to be bringing up none of that.
No, seriously, what was that? In particular, let's point out, even if it was a slip of the tongue, sometimes she uses that word in her songs. Okay, why did she react like that afterwards? Like she had just spilled a secret. And then Erika Kirk had to sit there and assure her it was okay and almost under her breath say, I love you. What is going on, you guys? There are a lot of videos going around right now of Nicki Minaj talking about how much she respects and admires Donald Trump, and she also called him handsome. But did you guys see this?
Have amazing role models like our handsome, dashing president. And you have amazing role models like the assassin JD Vance, our vice president. And when I say that,
You know you done messed up, right? You know you done messed up. How you do all that dancing and couldn't get that done? I told y'all, tethers fail at failing and they lose at losing. You got a failed homeland. You got failed logic. You gave a failed speech, and you failed in your audition into Miracle Whip-ism. Miracle Whip-ism ain't accepting no Trinidadian illegal immigrant who's out there calling the W princess husband assassin on air.
Trust me, there's nothing new under the sun that I have not heard, so you're fine. Yes, we did. I love you.
What was that? No.
Damn, boy, oh boy. Fam, typically they break the tools after they've used the tool. Nicki Minaj broke herself. This is how down bad she is, and this is how much of a scrag she is. How the hell you break yourself? At least let the dominant society use you. With Candace Owens, the dominant society used her and then broke her. With Nicki Minaj, she broke herself. When you're breaking yourself in the system of supremacy, I mean, that's a terrible thing. This was the dominant society white supremacist convention. That's what Turning Point USA really is. It's a white supremacist, basically Klan rally. How in the hell do you get there? You done had all that time to study, get all your notes in order. You had preparation, you could prepare. You got there and you still pissed down your leg. You pissed down your leg at a Turning Point USA event that you knew you was going to go and tap dance for. You pissed down your leg at a white supremacist convention you knew you was about to go and tap dance for. You got up there and you acted exactly like you've always been, a tether. And a tether can only tether so much. She got untethered off of that damn mayo jar, and now she's about to go back to her homeland because I believe deportation is still going to find you. There's really nothing for you there. Nope, you messed up, and now you got to deal with it. And hey, we just foundational Black Americans minding our own business. How you going to sit there? Boy, she knew she messed up too. She was like, she thought she had one too, didn't she? The assassin. And then she realized it dawns on her. She go, and you can hear the W's in the crowd. They're like, ooh. It was almost like somebody about to get in trouble. Because remember, Nicki's sitting across from her mommy. That's what it is, fam. Remember, anytime a tether is in the vicinity of a white person, the tether immediately takes the role of the subordinate kid. And then the W always takes the role of the massa, parent. So she knew she messed up. That's why she goes like this, like a little kid. Now, funny though, when you was talking about SZA, you was running your mouth and you had all that bold energy. When you was talking about SZA, you was throwing the B word around, calling people ugly. Soon as you was sitting next to Mrs. Mayo, your ass slipped up and you went into this. You went into that shell that you came from that S-hole country that you came from, and it didn't really work now, did it? No, it didn't. And family, it's always been that way because the dominant society, they never gave a damn. And people been out here exposing a hell of a lot of things. Do you guys remember when Charlie Kirk came out? And Charlie Kirk came out and he said he didn't support Nicki Minaj back then. This is why this couldn't really get off the ground. This is why it didn't really go nowhere. Because people are resurfacing and showing you a lot of things with Charlie Kirk. And Charlie Kirk was saying that he didn't ever like Nicki Minaj either. Matter of fact, the same things that Nicki Minaj is talking about on that stage about Black people, Charlie Kirk was saying about her. Look at this right here, fam. They act like this is not the information age and cameras aren't rolling left and right. Remember when Charlie Kirk said this?
Culture is being held captive. Right now, Black culture is being held captive by influences, songs,
Which
and role
influences?
models. I mean, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B.
Okay, Nicki Minaj is causing dads to leave the home.
Cardi B.
Okay, Nicki Minaj is causing which
and role
influences?
models. I mean, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B.
Okay, Nicki Minaj is causing dads to leave the home.
Hold on a second. I don't think that's a good role model for 18-year-old Black girls. I don't.
Damn. Why they acting like this ain't out there? Why they acting like this footage ain't here? You was never down with the system of supremacy. Look at them high-fiving. You can't high-five your way into supremacy. You can't taxes your way into supremacy. Your damn show can't go give a speech because even in the speech you messed up. So you just ain't doing nothing, can you? You just are a failure, aren't you? Exactly. That's exactly what you are. So if you see that Charlie Kirk was saying that about you, and then you got on stage and talked about the assassin, let's go there. Let me highlight some things, fam. This is why she really messed up. And if y'all notice with Karen number 552, Karen number 552 was mad. And Karen was like, I don't know if she said this on purpose or not. Karen number 552 was basically saying, what the hell are you doing? Because you got to remember, fam, let me ask y'all a question. When was the last time you seen that Tyler Robinson guy that smoked out Charlie Kirk? When was the last time you seen him? Have you seen his photo? Do you guys remember we did a broadcast right afterwards and we said you're going to see his photo for about 3 days and you won't see it again? When was the last time you seen the picture of the guy who unalived Charlie Kirk? When was the last time you seen it? There is a deliberate push to do what the dominant society always does. Keep all of their criminals under wraps to where you don't see them, to where they're not on the main stage. So if this guy's picture hasn't been in the news, Donald Trump doesn't bring him up, JD Vance doesn't bring him up, nobody brings this guy up, why in the hell would Nicki Minaj go there and slip up and mention the guy that all the W's want to forget? She done mentioned the damn W that the whole W America don't want to talk about. Her ass gets on stage and says it in front of thousands of people and another couple million watching at home. You done brought up the guy that the dominant society has been trying to keep completely concealed. You get on stage and not only bring the guy up, you bring him up in front of Charlie Kirk's wife. And you think that you're going to high five or taxes your way into supremacy? Hell no. Let me tell you what you're going to do. You are going to tap dance your way back to Trinidad in that ice truck, because they're going to look at that and they're going to say, yeah, your ass is getting deported. Because I know about your legal immigrant status since you came here when you was 5. If you think for 1 minute, Erika Kirk was thinking, what the hell? You think all that, I know, I feel you, I understand. No. Because the dominant society is going to say, you need to pick you a better puppet, because the puppet in which you picked can't even get off the ground. And that's exactly what happens with tethers. They can't get off the ground. You occasionally see a tether that gets one up here. They might throw them a biscuit, might throw them a bone, might give them a little jollof. But family, you know they're going to squander that, because tethers are failures. They failed in their homeland, and they fail right now. They fail everywhere they go. Everything they touch turns into a failure. And apparently with Nicki Minaj, when she touched that microphone and did the tether Barbie tap dance, she failed at that too. So you thought you was going to get your way into Miracle Whip, but now you done found your way into deportation. And it's a crazy thing. But you know what? FBA still don't give a damn. Let me show you more right here, family. This is what we're talking about. A lot of these people been trying to come up with something that they can say, gotcha. They want to get like a moment out of this. And I'm loving it. And I want everybody to notice this. Foundational Black Americans, they're not dragging us into things no more. That used to be the play. They want to drag us into arguments and debates that we're not for. Remember, and I tell this to everybody all the time, brothers and sisters, you do not ever debate what's not debatable. If something ain't debatable, you simply, quite frankly, you don't debate it. And that's the thing about foundational Black Americans. We just not debating it. They wanted to get us in something where we said, y'all talking about Nicki, I'm on her side. Black Americans is like, hell no. We don't give a damn about no Nicki Minaj. She's a tether. See, they don't want us to delineate for a lot of reasons. One of the main reasons they don't want us to delineate, brothers and sisters, is because through the course of delineation is putting us in a position now to where we can quite frankly say, oh, no, you can't tie me into that person over there that's talking reckless, because that person who's talking reckless ain't like us. You can't tie us into people who are running their mouth, because the person over there running their mouth ain't like us. So the ain't like us movement has been powerful. I mean, extremely powerful. Did y'all see, let me add on top of this, did y'all see they ran up on a lot more of these individuals, put the microphone in front of their mouth and really want to see what they would say, and FBA still ain't going for it? Did y'all see they ran up on that Amber Rose? Did y'all see that? And Amber Rose is clear. She ain't even nowhere near a Black person, but they were trying to push her off on Black Americans as well. Did y'all see they ran up on her, TMZ, and they wanted to talk to her about the whole situation with Nicki, and she was saying that she supports it because remember, she was trying to beat deportation as well. She was trying to get in front of deportation also. Remember, fam, she is another one of these weird Caribbean people, non-foundational Black American. Look at this right here, family. This is what we're talking about.
I'm doing great. How are you? I wanted to ask you, obviously you and Nicki are super close. Can I ask you, what do you make of everything? Her coming out with Erika Kirk yesterday.
I think she did a great job, an amazing job.
I saw you put on Instagram, the Queen has spoken.
Yes, that's right.
You don't think that she should be getting as much backlash as she
No,
is?
she shouldn't. We live in a free country. She has the right to her own political opinion, just like everyone else does.
A lot of people feel like because of her fan base being like largely, LGBTQ, that
she didn't say anything wrong. She didn't say anything about the LGBTQ plus community at all.
Right, but her siding, kind of with the Trump administration, or
Well, why do people think anybody over there is homophobic? I'm not homophobic. My assistant has been with me for 11 years. He's Black and gay. I have a bunch of trans friends.
No, don't be. Hey, notice she put Black in there. Notice, fam, she threw Black in there. This is why we've been delineating from these people, y'all. Remember, she's the same exact thing as Nicki Minaj. They're the same exact people from the same exact area, fam. This is what we've been talking about. Delineation is shutting all this down right here. Don't try to tie black folks in. They're having a hell of a hard time trying to get foundational black Americans involved in these shenanigans because foundational black Americans for the umpteenth time aren't going for it.
And so does Nicki. I don't know why people like twist our words or think because we endorse Trump that we just hate gay people and trans people. It's just not true.
So like when Nicki spoke out a few weeks ago for the Christians in Nigeria, she said it's not about choosing a side, it's about choosing what's right. So do you feel like that's kind of what's going on in this kind of situation too, like her coming out with Erika and, you know, speaking?
What's wrong with talking to Erika? That's what I mean. Like I just don't get the logic behind why people are upset. But shout out to Nicki. Shout out to TMZ. Thank you.
Freeze. Fam, remember this now. Remember this, y'all. Remember this right here. A lot of these Caribbean tethers always find their way in through hip hop music. So when my brother Tariq Nasheed made Microphone Check and we shut that down, we shut down a lot of their careers. Nicki Minaj, a Caribbean tether, made her way in through what? Hip hop music. Cardi B, a Caribbean tether, made her way in through what? Hip hop music. Okay. Amber Rose, remember she was with all the rappers, Wiz Khalifa and those guys. Kanye, remember that family? Made her way in through what? Hip hop music. You notice how when you start really looking at these Caribbean people, deep down inside, they all have those W conservative values, because you got to remember, in the Caribbean, they don't view the liberal way of whiteness as pure whiteness. They view it as the conservative way. So they feel getting down with the conservatives is something that can uplift them and catapult them to a position, and quite frankly, they never had. Okay, they're the same ones, fam, the same ones. And notice the less and less you see of these people after delineation. Remember that now. You don't see Amber Rose like that. Hell no, not after delineation. She understands, get your stuff and get the hell out the community. Fam, we ran a lot of people out of the community in a lot of different ways. It ain't just one and two ways that we ran people out of the community. We ran Amber Rose out. Amber Rose used to be running around here talking reckless, all-in Black American business. You don't see her no more. Ran her ass the hell up out of here. Kim Kardashian, absolutely. Another person, weaseled her way in through Black American music, Black American culture with all the rappers, her and all her sisters. We done shut all that down. And the most beautiful thing ain't running somebody out. The most beautiful thing is letting them know you can't come back. Because what people have the tendency to do is hit a U-turn, come back around, wait until the smoke clears, the dust settles, everything blows over, and then come back. They understand now, once your ass get ran out, your ass can't run back. And that's the beauty of the grassroots. Amber Rose, non-existent. Nicki Minaj, non-existent. Cardi B's album just did a backflip, non-existent. We done ushered all of them out. Nicki Minaj, she can't sell nothing. Cardi B can't sell nothing. So their last post is to try to get down with conservatism, and that conservatism isn't working. And let me show y'all one more thing, fam. This is how certified we are. We done got them out the paint so bad that they done put themselves in between a rock and a hard place. Let me tell you what that rock and a hard place is. Nicki Minaj thinks that she's going to throw all of her Starburst community people under the bus, and then she thinks that she's going to be able to go into the conservative community. You fumbled the bag with the conservative community. Foundational Black Americans kick you the hell out of our community, booted your ass so far we can't even see you. And now there's another community out there, and they said they don't like her no more. I'm going to give you guys viewer discretion is advised. My foundational Black Americans, there's going to be a hell of a lot of Starbursts, fruit by the foot, and fruit roll-ups in this video. And the Starburst, fruit by the foot, and fruit roll up, and the whole Skittles bag community says they not rocking with Nicki no more neither. Y'all enjoy this right here. Nicki Minaj, you're done for.
I think that I'm officially not a Barb anymore, which is crazy because I have Nicki's entire verse in Monster memorized word for word. And
the gay community is so self-serving and really truly only recognizes cisgendered individuals that they are literally dying on this Nicki Minaj hill right now. In fact, a large portion of the LGBTQIA plus community is in fact very transphobic.
Nicki Minaj talking about the people in this administration are full of heart and soul.
What the hell? This was your fan base, Nicki? I thought they said Black people. I thought they said it was Black folks' issue. This is your community? I want everybody to say what's up to Manny. You know his last name. It starts with a T. It got an Annie on it. Tranny, are you okay? Goddamn, Nicki never had Black fans. Certified foundational Black Americans, we don't rock with her. These were her fans.
Heart and soul. Why are you lying, fibber? No love and respect for gay people, trans people, immigrants who move here to start a better life for themselves, which was America's promise to begin with. And women, especially pregnant women, especially when it comes to abortion rights. Full of heart and soul, my fucking ass. They do not care. They do not care. They care about having control. That's not having heart and soul for the people of this country.
Well, we lost Nicki. We lost Nicki. I honestly never thought this day would come. I've been feeling like defeated and depressed all day. Tell me why you're gonna build your career off of queer people and then completely go against them. She will be on my do not play on Spotify.
Nicki, I love you so much. Your impact on my life can never be undone. But Nicki, please don't speak about trans issues. Please don't speak about...
What the hell? Family, the linebacker just stepped into the room. The defensive tackle done stepped into the room. Damn.
trans people unless you're advocating for trans people. And 2025, Nicki, if you can't be for us, please don't be against us. It's not about being canceled, but people can be disappointed in you, Nicki. They really can. I really thought you would view things differently, even though I know you've had some conservative viewpoints, which is fine. A lot of people do. But Nicki, aligning yourself with the Trump administration is not the flex. I really thought you would view things differently, even though I know you've had some conservative viewpoints, which is fine. A lot of people do. But Nicki, aligning yourself with the Trump administration is not the flex you think it is.
It's painful to be saying out loud, but I think that I'm officially not a Barb anymore, which...
Damn. We can only talk about it because we be about it, and we're going to make the whole damn world come and see about it. That is her real fan base right there. Nicki Minaj has never had foundational Black American grassroots support. She came in right in the mainstream wave, talking all of that fruit by the foot community talk. She was the one riding around here talking all that W talk. She was never having that same support from Black Americans. Foundational Black American sisters never rock with Nicki Minaj like that. Now the whole world knows it. Foundational Black American brothers never rock with her. The whole foundational Black American family never rocked with Nicki Minaj. So you see who her true fan base was. So as they keep trying to make this a Black issue, it keeps falling flat. They're not dragging us into an issue that doesn't concern us. Nicki Minaj is just another tether. And this is the delineation era. In the delineation era, we don't give a damn about the tethers, the fleers, the hoppers, the skippers, the jumpers. You can go to whatever little white supremacist convention, organization, rally that you want to. You can even slip up and say that Charlie Kirk's assassin, while you sitting there talking to Charlie Kirk's wife and fumbled your tether bag, FBA don't care. That's your screw up. So now you can witness right there who her real fan base is. And she done lost fruit by the foot. She done lost fruit roll up. The Skittles bag said they done. The Skittles bag said they packing their stuff. All right. All the man barbs are gone. So when you lose every single color on the rainbow and you lose the man barbs, you done lost yourself. And guess what? You was never over here on our side in the first place. So I hope that the W community uses you as much as they can use you. And I hope that you don't keep breaking and embarrassing yourself in front of those people. And I hope you get the picture that you can tap dance, but you still a tether, and tethers got to get deported. Easy work. You see right there, y'all. This is the type of time. This has become far more of a Skittles bag issue than a Black American issue. They wanted it to be about us, but we haven't allowed it. So now everybody in that community, go look at social media, fam. That's why this broadcast, I'm talking about breaking the internet. On the internet, you're not seeing Black folks talk. It's Republican, Democrat, Skittles bag. Republican, Democrat, Skittles bag. Let me tell you, nobody's mentioning FBA. Nobody's mentioned Certified Black Society. Nobody's mentioning us with any of that. So she done lost all the man barbs. It's over with. How the hell you lose the man barbs? All right, they running around here lost any goddamn way. I mean, a man barb, and you lost them as well. So that's what happens to a tether. She done put herself in the position where she got one more thing left. And that last thing done left her, fam. So good luck with all of that. And like I said before, how in the hell are you a tool that broke yourself? Nicki Minaj got on that stage, slipped up, uttered the word assassin, and gave up her own badge, gave up her own honorary status, gave up her own mascot. She wanted to be mascot Minaj, okay? But she ended up slipping up, ruining all of that, and now she's just failure Minaj, just the same way she failed in her homeland, the same way she comes from a failure lineage. And you can never be a part of our lineage because our lineage is nothing but winners. Look at this right here, fam. Another thing that came out from this big convention. And there's another thing, fam, that we definitely got to address. I want everybody to notice one of the biggest things that has been occurring is the dominant society. They're having this whole breakdown of what white is. And a lot of people have been getting broken in the process of all of this occurring. Did y'all see JD Vance was out there and he was running his mouth and he was talking, but that's not the main thing. How many of y'all seen Vivek Ramaswamy? Did y'all see him go out there? And he gave this whole talk about a term that we're going to address right now. Fam, we got 5,000 people in this room right now. Please share this video and smash the like button, okay? How many of you guys are familiar with a new term? And you're hearing it first, Black Alpha. I'm the first one to really go in on this, and we're about to break records right here as Certified Black Society. How many of you guys have heard the dominant society's term that is their equivalent to foundational Black America? Didn't I say they be listening? How many times have I told you we're all being watched? How many times I tell you we rule the motherfucking world? How many times? Okay, I'm going to prove to you. How many of you guys are familiar with the term Heritage American? Are you familiar with that? That's the new term. It's about to be 2026 here in about a week, right? Let me give you the term that they're going to start to run. It's a term called Heritage American. And what Heritage American is the white supremacist ripoff of foundational Black American. See, they understand that foundational Black Americans as the lineage, heritage, and culture, we run everything because we have delineated, we have separated, and we put our flag in the ground of ownership that we are the originators and the indigenous people of this here land, right? Everybody now has been watching that, so they want to go get their own term. You heard of it? You heard of it? You heard of it? How many of y'all seen Vivek Ramaswamy gets on stage and he starts going off about Heritage American versus an immigrant American? Fam, all of this stuff that they thought was going to be a Black issue, now you're seeing MAGA on MAGA. You're seeing Nicki Minaj versus the Skittles bag. Yep. You're seeing Erika Kirk, because deep down inside, Erika Kirk was pissed off at Nicki Minaj, probably even checked her. Yep. So you got the Erika Kirk in the Nicki Minaj battle. You got the liberals and the conservatives, everything but us. So now you're seeing them trying to insert this new term, Heritage America, which is straight up a ripoff of foundational Black America. Tell you, fam, we lead the way. I told you, everything we do, everybody else watches. You want to know why the world's behind us? Because it's follow the leader. When nobody talking that lineage stuff until us. How many times have you heard the term lineage now that we use it all the time? You go back 5-6 years ago, go back 5 years ago and then rewind your ass all the way back to day one. Nobody ever mentioned the term lineage. That's why folks can barely even say it. They be like lineage. The rapper Fabulous, he tried to say lineage. It sounded like he was saying linebacker. Couldn't even say it. All right. How many times do they struggle saying delineation? Delineation. Liberals are trying to steal. Delineation, conservatives are trying to steal. And foundational, they all want to steal. So now they're coming up with this new term, which is a ripoff. And you've seen Vivek go out there and he starts running his mouth about it. But I tell y'all, the world is watching us. And this is the high point because, fam, I'm always telling people, the world has been becoming more ethnic and more national, and it's been this way for a long time. We look at our delineation movement because we had to get all of these tethers out of the way, right? That's one aspect of it. The other aspect is the world was starting to become more national and ethnic based. And those of the people who do not want to get on the national ethnic base, like Pan-Africans, you're going to falter. If you're still running around here in almost 2026 and you're on some We Are the World and all human beings are on one page and all Black folks are from Africa, you are not going to be able to serve yourself socially and politically because that is the old outdated way. If you go to Europe right now, they're on a delineation kick. They're talking about Germans are Germans, French are French, Italians are Italians. You go down to Mexico, Mexicans are Mexicans, Puerto Ricans are Puerto Ricans, Venezuelans are Venezuelans. You go to Asia, they're delineating. Go in Asia TikTok right now, and they're all delineating away from each other because the world has become more ethnic and national. So when foundational Black Americans, who really, we set this damn thing off, when we started saying lineage first, now the world's on lineage first. Watch this right here, fam. We about to bubble. Vivek thought it was a good idea to go in front of a whole crowd of W's and start to throw ethnic W's under the bus. Watch this.
The woke left. Now let me get to the harder part. There's a different vision of American identity that's emergent in certain corridors of the online right. And it says that your identity as an American is based on your lineage. That how long you have been in the country, your lineage and your genetics tied to the blood and soil of the country determines how American you are. It is the idea of a heritage American that says the truest form of an American is somebody who is a descendant of the American Revolution period or before. And I will tell you, this idea of the heritage American, we ought to have this discussion. It's becoming more popular. I think the idea of a heritage American.
Why is it becoming more popular? Why is it becoming more popular, Vivek? I'm talking to the world right now. We in here 2.5 thousand deep, fam. This is the last Alpha Cast until the holiday season. Y'all need to know right now, he's telling you it's becoming popular because of us. It's because of foundationals.
Is about as loony as anything the woke left has actually put up. There is no American who is more American than somebody else. The
They not clapping. They not clapping for that. Oh no, Mr. Immigrant Man. Oh no, you said, hey, listen, he talking like Nicki Minaj. Hell no.
Heritage American is about as loony as anything the woke left has actually put up. There is no American who is more American than somebody else. The American quality, it's not like the left, they believe in this non-binary stuff. There's no non-binary American. It is binary. Either you're an American or you're not. And you think about it, I could prove this to you. Thank you. I'll take some applause on that.
Oh, he begging for applause. Oh, he about to get his wake-up call.
If you really believe in this idea, think about where it leads you. Leads you to believe that Donald Trump is less of an American than Joe Biden because Donald Trump's mother was an immigrant and his grandfather was an immigrant. That doesn't.
Whoa, fam, this is what we call tether delusion. Did he just get on stage at a supremacist rally and call Donald Trump an immigrant? Oh, it's up for him in 2026. Fam, look at his picture now, because he ain't going to be here much longer. You have just created the cardinal sin. This is blasphemy. You don't get on stage at a de facto supremacist rally and refer to Donald Trump as an immigrant. And you said Joe Biden is more pure. You don't need to be talking about Donald Trump's business no-how. Trust me, Donald Trump about to get him out the paint. This will be punished, fam. We talk about the system of supremacy, the SOS. This right here was a clear violation. Oh, it's a wrap for this guy. Like we said, these immigrants and these tethers, they just don't get it.
Believe that Donald Trump is less of an American than Joe Biden because Donald Trump's mother was an immigrant and his grandfather was an immigrant. That doesn't make any sense. Leads you to believe that somehow Bernie Sanders is more of an American than Senator Bernie Moreno from my home state, an America First patriot, because Bernie Moreno was a naturalized citizen from Colombia. It makes you think that Marco Rubio, our great Secretary of State, is somehow less of an American than Elizabeth Warren because she's a Native American, which we all know, right? Doesn't make any sense. It's loony. It's crazy talk. It makes you believe that somehow I am less of an American than the transgender criminal who assassinated Charlie Kirk. We refuse.
Oh, God, why? He just did what Nicki did. The dominant society is trying to make you forget about this person. Why the hell are these tethers bringing them up? Oh, fam, this violation. Oh, yeah, fam, Tethergeddon is on the roll.
To accept that. The idea that a heritage American is a more American than another American is un-American at its core. And I will fight to the very end for that because that's what it means to be an American. We believe in ideals. That is who we are.
Oh, man, let's unpack. First and foremost, let's go there, fam. Heritage American is a ripoff of foundational Black American, okay? Straight up and down. These people would not be saying that unless foundational Black Americans have delineated, separated, and put our lineage as number one. Because remember, everybody was talking about all lives matter. Heritage American is not all lives matter. I'm talking to the dominant society right now. You were walking around here talking about all lives matter every time people mention Black injustices. The first thing that came out your mouth was all lives matter or white lives matter. Notice now, family, they jumping off of that white specifically, and now they want to get into heritage, lineage specifically. You notice they're always on white specifically because they're supremacists. However, they're trying to put a little caveat, a little wiggle room, so now they can talk about lineage. They only talk about lineage because they've seen how powerful foundational Black Americans have been by standing on lineage. You don't hear them talk about white lives matter, all lives matter no more. You notice that? Now they want to get into heritage American because they've been watching what FBA's been doing and how the world has been changing, and we've been going right along with it as the forefront of it. Foundational Black Americans, we play the front line. Trust me when I tell you that. But now if you notice, fam, they're trying to get these little battles going on because their little tether pets who want to rise in ranks, people are starting to look at them funny and be like, hold up, wait a minute now. You're a heritage American. You're an immigrant. See, you can't have a mass deportation and not start looking at some of those heritage Americans versus some of them immigrants in the Republican Party. Now the same thing goes on. Fam, Marco Rubio, Vivek Ramaswamy, both of them are being looked at sideways because this is what happens when you have a mass deportation. Foundational Black Americans, we have been the ones who have made these conversations popular. Okay, nobody was talking about lineage. Nobody was talking about ethnicity. Nobody was running around here talking about birthright citizenship until we did. And the fact that we started having these conversations, now everybody has to have them because y'all know we have power. So our social power has put these narratives on the forefront. Narratives that we have placed on the forefront have conquered all the previous narratives. Remember, DEI, vote blue no matter who, okay, all lives matter. Those are non-consequential conversations that Black Americans have rejected because we understand we got bigger fish to fry. Now everybody's starting to say, well, you know what? This damn ethnicity is the thing right now. So we got to really understand how it goes. So Vivek Ramaswamy goes out there and he starts going in on all these other W's. And I'm telling you right now, social media was ablaze and they was lighting him up. And I'm telling you, he gonna get his wake-up call. Donald Trump is not sitting there letting you talk that talk live on stage and think everything's just gonna be good. No, you're gonna start to see these people get broken. I'm talking about broken. Any immigrant who does that is about to get broke because you know what's happening, family? And I had this discussion earlier today. What's happening now is now we're living in the melting pot America. You guys remember back about 2002, 2003? Remember America was always talking about a melting pot and there's all these different colors and all these people. Remember that's what they used to try to do to subdue us? Remember anytime we talked about the needs of foundational Black Americans, they would hit us with this is a melting pot. Barack Obama used to push that all the time. And I used to say, yeah, that's true. America's a melting pot. Let's see how good these people in this melting pot get along though. Let's see how it goes. See, now there's numbers on each side. Back in the old days, it was you got a few immigrants here, you got a few immigrants here, you got a little one there, a little one there. Now you're dealing with all these different people by the millions. So now all of that melting pot America, now them chickens done came home to roost. This is why we had to delineate. We had to delineate, brothers and sisters, because delineation is what kept us from getting swept up in all of that melting pot. Because we seen what the Democrats did. The Democrats would put the melting pot America on us, but they would dish out dividends to everybody except us. So that melting pot would get our money, would get our tangibles, and we'd be left with nothing. So FBA, we said, man, F that. Hell no, we built this damn thing. We the indigenous people. We're going to go ahead and stand on our own business, and we're going to go ahead and separate and delineate. Now that's what everybody else is doing. So this is what's going on right now. All of those different people are going at it, and you see it on both parties. And the problem is this. The Democrats, Republicans, and everybody in between, they have a little feud and fight going on. I'm going to tell you why the feud and fight is so prominent amongst them. Whenever foundational Black Americans encounter supremacy, like I said, we stand up and we fight and we reject it. We're people who reject outsiders. When these individuals start to see them, everybody now is trying to position. This is what's going on in America, y'all. Everybody's trying to position themselves for a spot next to the dominant society, okay? Vivek Ramaswamy, Nicki Minaj. Think about it, fam. Think about all the tethers you've seen. Amber Rose, all of them, fam. Every tether you see now, they're very disturbed by mass deportation. Now paperwork is getting checked. Your citizenship is getting checked. The number one topic in America right now is, are you an American? So all of these non-Americans, they get in their paperwork looked at. So the tethers are doing what all tethers, all the immigrants. Y'all notice we're basically in a country where all the immigrants are trying to run and pick a side with either their liberal mommy and daddy or their Republican mommy and daddy. This is what I'm talking about foundational Black Americans. When we see the dominant society, we say, I don't give a damn. This is our house. We right here, 10 toes down where we stand at, right? Immigrants don't think like that. Immigrants right now, they're thinking they're scared. They're having nightmares. Who can they get next to? Nicki Minaj is running so she can go get on the plantation. They're all scattering to see where they're going to go because they can't go with the liberals right now because a lot of the liberals, they're not really doing a job. The liberals are out here getting whooped on and these people are getting deported. So they can't go there. Like my mama said earlier, they can't stand on their own because they've never built nothing on their own. So an immigrant being independent like FBA, they can't do that because they ain't FBA. Foundational Black Americans, we are the only people in all of this discourse who can stand where the hell we are because we're builders. So we saying, you running that plantation, you running that plantation, this right here, the FBA compound, we good. Immigrants can't do that. So they know they can't get it on their own. They know they can't really go next to the Democrats because the Democrats are out here getting snatched up. They're getting deported, all that. So now they're saying, let me go run to the Republican plantation. Let me go get up with them. That's what Nicki Minaj was doing. Nicki Minaj, if Joe Biden was president, she'd be out there trying to get down with them. But she understands she got to get down with Trump. Same with Vivek Ramaswamy. It's the same exact thing. They understand how the game goes, so they're in a position where they got to make something happen. All immigrants in America right now are posturing up for a place on a white man's plantation. If not, they will get deported. They're afraid. They're afraid right now. Donald Trump has came in and he done remodeled a lot. America's going through a reshaping right now where a lot of people, they got to get their damn act together or they ass is going to have a hell of a lot of a hard time. And that's what's going on. So when you see people out here now talking about all this heritage American and all that, that makes people like Vivek Ramaswamy scared. Very, very scared. And let me show y'all how the dominant society is treating that. Look at this right here, y'all. This is what I'm talking about. They didn't really like that talk because they view it as an immigrant man getting involved in white people's business. How many times has that ever worked? Look at this. Here we go. They are out here having a hell of a hard time accepting that talk. Watch.
This is good.
There's a different vision of American identity that's emergent in certain corridors of the online right. And it says that your identity as an American is based on your lineage. That how long you have been in the country, your lineage and your genetics tied to the blood and soil of the country determines how American you are. It is the idea of a heritage American.
This is all he can talk about right now. You see, you're watching Vivek Ramaswamy learn in real time how racist the Republican Party really is. You see, Vivek is only an American citizen because of birthright citizenship, the 14th Amendment. Neither of his parents were citizens when he was born. His dad still isn't. And it's not just the far right that believes in heritage Americans. Donald Trump believes in heritage Americans. JD Vance believes in heritage Americans. That's why they want to get rid of the 14th Amendment. They don't think it should have ever applied to you, Vivek. And when you've seen him take questions at other turning point events, the young white Christian people roast him over his religion and his citizenship. And a lot of them are not going to get over that. If he wasn't a billionaire, there's a 0% chance he'd be speaking at a Christian nationalist event. Was there anyone else there that wasn't Christian? Or, well, says they're Christian?
Y'all see Billy Bob? Billy Bob ain't with it. No, fam. Prediction. They about to have some clashes. Billy Bob ain't going for that. Look at that big old Duck Dynasty. He going full Duck Dynasty. He letting it be known. You ain't an American. You better never go out there and say something along the lines of all Americans are equal, putting yourself on the same page as these lifelong supremacists.
Speaking.
What is an American? This is a question that has actually become very controversial amongst Republicans right now. And Vivek Ramaswamy just wrote an op-ed in the New York Times where he attempts to deal with this controversy. The way he sees it is that there are two competing visions right now amongst the American right for what being an American means. What is American identity? He says one vision of American identity is based on lineage. Blood and soil, inherited attributes matter most. The purest form of an American is a so-called heritage American, one whose ancestry traces back to the founding of the United States or earlier. I agree with Vivek.
Right, foundational. Fam, listen to the words. I'm telling y'all, they trying to hijack our words, fam. Founding, they get traced back. Fam, nobody was talking this until we were.
Says one vision of American identity is based on lineage. Blood and soil, inherited attributes matter most. The purest form of an American is a so-called heritage American, one whose ancestry traces back to the founding of the United States or earlier. I agree with Vivek that that is one side of the argument. I mean, literally the vice president has flirted with that notion. Now, Vivek is close friends with JD Vance, so I wouldn't expect a call out, but I do think one would be warranted. But then Vivek Ramaswamy gives his side of what it means to be an American. He says Americanness isn't a scalar quality that varies based on your ancestry. It's binary. Either you're an American or you're not. You're an American if you believe in the rule of law, in freedom of conscience, and freedom of expression, in colorblind meritocracy, in the U.S. Constitution, in the American dream, and if you are a citizen who swears exclusive allegiance to our nation. Now, personally, I agree with him 100%. Until he gets to that very last sentence. He is very clearly touching on the notion of dual citizenship here, or more abstractly, dual loyalty. I think that is a very toxic notion and is one of the main reasons that the first vision of what it means to be an American that Vivek laid out is gaining so much traction. I just watched a fascinating interview between Peter Robinson and the son of Alexander Solzhenitsyn. Despite being born in Russia, Ignat Solzhenitsyn largely grew up in America.
Fam, is this not a complete ripoff of Foundational Black American? Tell me, fam, this is the same exact game that these people have always done. Trying to steal FBA lineage, heritage, and culture. Hold on, I got another video. Here, watch this. Watch this guy go in on Vivek. Watch this.
Ain't gonna bother me a little bit. Ain't gonna bother me a little bit. You know, old Vivek went after the American heritage. Now, why? Because he's an immigrant, which is fine. Well, Vivek, just because you're an immigrant, don't you be attacking our American heritage, which is important. He acted like it's not important. Vivek better be careful, because what he's going to do, you watch. It's always a mistake. He gets a little out of line with MAGA, and it won't be good. It's just the way it works with candidates. Vivek.
No, that's the way it works with Mayos. Say what you really mean. Y'all heard what he said right there, right? He said he gets a little out of line. Let me tell you, we're going to go ahead and translate that. He was saying you're an immigrant puppet and you're to do what Mayos tell you to do, which means you're not supposed to go out there and call Donald Trump an immigrant. Fam, I've never seen anybody call Donald Trump an immigrant from the Republican side of the fence, and they did it. He got to get punished. He's about to get severely punished for that. You will be reprimanded for that one, okay? And they're telling him, you better get in line. Then you had the H-1B visas and all these things. That right there is a catalyst for these people to get brought down on. But I want y'all to see something, and I'm going to point this out real quick, fam. Look at this right here. When we start talking about these heritage Americans, I want y'all to notice it's going to get real tricky here real soon, okay? Trust Black Alpha, I'm telling y'all. Things are about to get real tricky, and it's only going to be the certifieds who are going to be able to see through it and to maneuver and to handle it. Look at this right here. Let me see. I got a bunch of tweets up, so let me see if I can pull up the right one. There's something that disturbed me that I seen earlier. Let me see if we get there. No, it's Nicki Minaj. Another Nicki Minaj. Hold on. We here. We rocking. Right here. Look at this, family. Look at this, brothers and sisters. Black people are the most heritage Americans unless you're 100% English. Watch that. Watch that. Be very careful of that tweet right there, family. That right there is going to try to tie Black Americans in. No, we're good. We're not running around here saying heritage Americans. That is the white hijack ripoff of foundational Black Americans. But don't tie us into that, okay? I want everybody to understand what I'm telling you. Black Americans, we are not on that heritage American stuff. Foundational Black Americans is what we're mobbing with. That is an identification in which we have agreed upon as a general consensus. We are not riding with the heritage stuff. And do you know, in the comment section to this, you had a hell of a lot of Black folks that were on there, and they were saying, that's true, man. Thank you, dog. I'm glad you said that. It's about time we get some knowledge. No, brothers and sisters, do not fall for this one. This is not us. And this is a W man trying to put that out there. This is a slick way of trying to MAGA us, trying to supremacist us. It won't work. We're good to go. You don't got to go out there and try to find a new term and a new word, because there's going to be a lot of Black folks who going to say, well, the W man said that, so that's a good thing. They want to be acknowledged. Stay away from them. I want to be acknowledged Negroes. All right? We ain't on that type of time. We strong, solid alphas. We ain't out here trying to be little betas and get tapped in with somebody, okay? That is not us. Look at this right here. I don't know who this brother is. Brother, I don't know you. But you had this in your video and it disturbed me. This brother got the Black American Heritage flag. I don't know much about his page, but at the bottom of his page, he says, to all my American people, the Heritage Americans starting 2026. Don't talk that Heritage American stuff with the Black American flag in the background. We're not going to misconstrue them, and we're not going to combine them. That is not it. That's they stuff. Heritage Americans, you just seen them talking about that at Turning Point USA. We're not talking about that when it comes to foundational Black Americans, okay? There's a big difference. Watch this.
To all my American people who know what it is, 2026 and beyond,
Look at that. To all my American people, the heritage Americans, starting 2026, we voted ourselves in the governance of all America as the American nation. Nah, bruh. Nope. Nope. That ain't it. That ain't it. That ain't it. That ain't it. No. Watch this, family. That's the new one. That's the new one right there. And brothers, anytime you see somebody on their little TikToks and stuff, and they're starting to construe those two, you got to watch it, because I can already tell how that's going to go. I can already tell you how that's going to play, family. You're going to start hearing them talk about this nativist, this heritage American, and then they're going to start saying, well, blacks have their version of it, and it's very xenophobic. Okay, you have the heritage Americans, and they're going to tie the heritage Americans in with the Republicans. Okay, and then as they tie that into Republicans, they're going to say, well, blacks have foundational, and both of these are very xenophobic groups. And this is why a lot of black people, like Black Alpha, was a Trump supporter, and Tariq was a Trump supporter, and all 2.5 thousand people we have in here, you guys are all just big Trump supporters. Hell no, we not. Nope, we don't support nobody. Family, you a foundational black American. We only got time to support our goddamn selves. We don't rock with the left. We don't rock with the right. I don't know what a damn Democrat and a Republican is, a liberal conservative. All I know how to do is be certified black, BLACK. That's what we on, okay? So don't allow these people to try to twist that and tangle that in. But let me show y'all it's already low-key started. Jon Stewart, the comedian, has got his little show. They have this whole thing about heritage Americans. But I want you guys to notice what
nativist movement, and
they start to bring up black people in the Civil War. Yeah, they're trying to tie in black Americans in the Civil War with heritage Americans. This is the term we're watching for, all right? Heritage American. Now, it's lineage, heritage, and culture as foundational black Americans. But heritage Americans, as they groupify that, no, that's them. We're not a group, all right? We're not an organization. We are a lineage. Foundational black American means lineage, and that's it. And we are not rolling with anybody else's little comeuppance. Look at this right here, family. Jon Stewart tries to get slick, and notice how they start to automatically tie us in to this movement.
It's nativist movement, and it's hard to separate it from the MAGA movement, except for maybe the more extreme movement. And it's hard to separate it from the MAGA movement, except for maybe the more extreme versions of it that are more in the real true white
heritage Americans, and it's hard to separate it from the MAGA movement. Okay, so they've already established they're connecting heritage Americans to MAGA. Watch in a minute, he's going to call us heritage Americans. Watch.
Movement, and it's hard to separate it from the MAGA movement, except for maybe the more extreme versions of it that are more in the real true white nationalist world. But they generally fetishize the iconography of the American Revolution and the documents of it. It's a lot of we the people on the buses. It's a lot of all that. But when they want to start history, they generally start it at the Civil War. And I wonder if it's because they view it as these are the people that we want to credit with ending slavery, and therefore they are the beginning of this new generation of America. I'm not sure.
Let me give you some iconography
Here we go, fam. You know, they start talking out with some big words. Let me give you some iconology of the technology of the aspect world, where you take an element of the blacks and stuff. This is how they try to sophisticate themselves in to diluting what we're doing.
Response to that. I'm going to give you the iconography of a photograph. The photograph of a black Union sergeant.
Here we go.
With a cane, resting on a cane in one hand, and in the other hand, the regimental colors of the 54th Massachusetts Volunteers. Joanne, I'm sure you've seen this photograph. This is Sergeant William Kearney. Kearney was he was born in slavery. He's one of the recruits to this new black regiment, the 54th. They go into action in July of 1863 at Battery Wagner. He rescues the regimental flag. He's hit 3 times, once in the chest, once in the leg, once in the arm, drags himself back to the first aid station he comes to, hands over the flag before he collapses, and says, "The old flag never touched the ground, boys."
Wow.
6 months before, that man did not have a flag. He couldn't have because of Roger Taney and the Dred Scott decision. But in the Civil War, he has it.
Right.
He has that flag. That flag is his. He is an American.
Right. He is a heritage American, and they don't normally count.
Whoa. He just straight up said it. He is a heritage fam. Did they just take a black American during the Civil War and put the heritage American badge on him? Straight bold.
Flag is his. He is an American.
Right. He is a heritage American, and he
is an American.
Right. he is a heritage American, right? He is a heritage American, and they don't normally count.
That's right.
It's hard to separate it from the MAGA movement.
There you go. It's hard to separate it from the MAGA movement. And then they tied in and said that that was a heritage American. This is why we cook, baby. This is why we right here, fam. This is why I was born for this. I love here, fam. It is God's plan for us to all be here right now and have these conversations and to clear things up for our community, fam. We out here saving Black lives, and we doing it the only way we know how, by real Black American brothers and sisters who are really handling Black business. Ain't no mother boule doing it. Ain't no Democrats, ain't no Republicans, ain't no heritage Americans doing it. No, it's us. We handle Black business. We see the bullish. We rip them goddamn layers back, and we toss that across the goddamn country. We are in full control. So that won't work. Let me tell you something. Long as we here certified 100, none of that will get off the ground. So no, ain't no heritage Americans. They won't tie us into any of that. We're over here standing on our own business, on our own accord, and let it be known. It's all FBA, baby. It's all FBA. And I told everybody they're going to send everything to Foundational Black Americans. I have been blessed to grow across this country from Los Angeles to Columbia, South Carolina, family, from DC to Jacksonville, all the way to stand on business for Foundational Black Americans. You can't stop this, fam. The movement is delineation. The lineage is FBA, and certified are the riders in which we are. So I want everybody to notice that's what they're doing. Somebody made a good point in the chat too. Great point in the chat, as a matter of fact. Remember, fam? Man, that's a damn good point. I wish I'd have saw that, whoever said that. They started off by foundational white Americans, foundational Italians, foundational Scottish, foundational Mexicans, and we shut all those down, right? They seen that we got it popping with foundational Black Americans, because that is an unremixable term and so powerful. And it represents our lineage, because FBA is the lineage. So they came up with all those foundationals, and they were trying to associate and attach foundational to everything. And we wouldn't go for that, because you can only be a foundational Black American if you're a foundational Black American, because not only did we find America, we're the ones who built America. So without the building of America, you don't exist. But since we shut all that down, what they do, fam, they came back and said, let's just come up with another term, heritage Americans. They said, let's remix it on our own, but you can't remix it because you're dealing with two different terms. So this is the reaction of us shutting down all of those foundationals they were trying to attach to everything. How many times will we see a video and you would start hearing them say foundational this, foundational that? The people at the Essence Festival, foundation. You hear these tethers talking about foundational African. They got a whole foundational African thing. Remember they were selling the foundational African shirts and they would have it in the RBG flag. Remember that, family? We shut down all that foundational hijacking they were trying to do. So now they come up with a whole nother term to where they can get off foundational Black American energy, but foundational Black American energy is just too strong for all of them. You dig? We shut all that down. Let me show y'all this as well. There's another thing that popped off out there, and I want brothers and sisters to watch, because these ops are out here heavy, fam, and there's a hell of a lot of them. But foundational Black Americans, we ready for them no matter where they are. JD Vance, the vice president, he came out and he started talking about some America is not racist and white folks don't have to apologize no more. Okay, watch this, fam. You're going to see this. A lot of y'all seen this, but we're going to double up on it and bring it back. Watch JD Vance talk about how America is not racist and white folks ain't got to apologize no more. Then I'm going to show y'all something that is very oppy. Watch this. Here we go. Let's get straight to it. This is how we do it. Here we go. Watch this, family.
Unlike the left, we stand against treating anybody. And I love what Nicki said about this. We don't treat anybody different because of their race or their sex. So we have relegated DEI to the dustbin of history, which is exactly where it belongs. In the United States of America, you don't have to apologize for being white anymore. And if you're an Asian, you don't have to talk around your skin color when you're applying for college, because we judge people based on who they are, not on ethnicity and things they can't control. We don't persecute you for being male, for being straight, for being gay, for being anything. The only thing that we demand is that you be a great American patriot. And if you're that, you're very much on our team.
Look at that audience right there, family. That crowd right there is the crowd that Vivek thought that he was going to go out there and talk down on heritage Americans. That crowd right there is where Tether Minaj thought that she was going to say JD the assassin and get away with it. That crowd right there, huh? Good luck with that one. Yeah, JD the assassin. That's funny. That's funny as hell. Notice he didn't say anything about black people. Notice that, fam. He started naming all these other people, okay? He started naming this group, that group, that group, all these other people, because they're trying to dance around the fact about black Americans, okay? JD Vance, just like Donald Trump, just like MAGA, they're all a bunch of supremacists. That's just what it is, okay? Point blank, bottom line. And we are here to use these people as pawns on our chessboard and play the game. And we some hustlers, and hustlers gonna play, and we gonna win too. I understand that. But I know if you listen to that, because remember, Turning Point USA is no more than just a grandioso Klan rally. That's just what it is. So they're preparing you for the next sentiments in which they're going to do. I believe that immediately after that, fam, they started sending out some of these Cohen Tether pro people, okay? Because the Tethers and the supremacists work together. Watch this right here. Did you guys see this? This guy comes out and he starts saying some real reckless stuff about JD Vance, and he starts saying some real reckless stuff about reparations. And he says that now that JD Vance said white people don't have to apologize, he said, where are we going to get our reparations from? Did you guys see this? Well, watch this right here, family. This is what I'm talking about. A lot of strange, nefarious characters are floating around. Remember just last week, we showed that Tether and she was talking about the American flag makes her scared and she's got to run. Watch this guy right here start talking about the American flag. I believe this guy is a Tether, and if not, he's a full-time op. Watch this right here, family.
Newsflash, we are in America. I don't need to see no goddamn American flags on your truck. And I don't need to see none outside your house either. I know we in America. You flying flags for what? I know why you flying them, white man. You're flying them to play tricks on me. That's what you're doing. Yeah. All the red on the flag come from the blood of my people. I know what y'all doing when I see these red, white, and blue flags. We are in America. I get it. I get it.
Fam, are you guys getting performative out of this? Are you guys getting performative? Does this seem staged? Does this seem staged, brothers and sisters? Yeah. This seems very tetherish. Be cautious, family, of these people who come out and they start trying to take opposite positions of us, or they take our positions and they magnify them to some type of radical stance. We have to be very cautious of this. Very cautious. Let me play that back.
See no goddamn American flags on your truck. And I don't need to see none outside your house either. I know we in America. You flying flags for what? I know why you flying them, white man. You're flying them to play tricks on me. That's what you're doing. Yeah. All the red on the flag come from the blood of my people. I know what y'all doing when I see these red, white, and blue flags. We are in America. I get it. I get it. We ain't gotta fly no American flag. I get it. That's what the racist white man do. They do that to mess with us. That's the only reason why they fly that flag. Then when I go to a sporting event, they talking about take off your hat and put your hand over your heart. No! I'm tired! God dang it! I'm tired!
Freeze. Fam, shout out to our sister Callie. Our sister Callie said it best. Dude's head was covered up. Fam, was he in a car in the dark with his head covered? No, that's a tether. Wait a minute, fam. He done did the 3 signs of a tether on TikTok. His head is covered up, hiding that damn hairline. He's in a car and in the dark, so it's only right.
I get it. We ain't gotta fly no American flag. I get it. That's what the racist white man do. They do that to mess with us. That's the only reason why they fly that flag. Then when I go to a sporting event, they talking about take off your hat and put your hand over your heart. No! I'm tired! God dang it! I'm tired!
So JD Vance, you said white people no longer have to apologize for being white no more, huh? Wow. That's probably the most racist sugar honey iced tea I ever heard in my life. White people no longer have to apologize for being white. Wow. Wow. That's probably the most racist thing I ever heard anybody say that was a president, vice president, ever. Wow, they ain't got to apologize no more. So who I'm going to hold accountable? Huh? Who I'm going to give reparations from now? Who I'm going to give reparations from now? Who I'm going to give reparations from now?
What? Whoa, 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 whoa. Where you gonna get reparations from now because JD Vance said white folks ain't got to apologize? Who the hell was asking for an apology in the first place? Not us. Fam, this is op type of time. Okay, either op time or just foolish time or a foolish op. That right there ain't nobody who's certified. Hell no. Did he just sit there and say, now that they ain't got to apologize, who I'm gonna get reparations from now? Where was an apology a part of our reparations? Who told this man or anybody that if we don't get an apology, then we can't get reparations? Is that trying to steer us into truth and reconciliation? We all get a hug and an apology. You got to be cautious of these people trying to conflate our talking points, fam. We just highlighted how they're trying to steal foundational Black Americans and come up with a hijack term of heritage Americans, male heritage Americans. Now you're starting to see them say things like Black Americans, we need to get our reparations, but we can't get them unless white folks apologize, and JD Vance ruined it all. These are conflated ways of trying to steal or trying to disrupt foundational Black American movement. First off, they're going to lose because the movement is too goddamn strong. Second off, they're going to lose because, quite frankly, there's no means of standing on that, family. There's just nothing you can really go off on that one. Hell no. Yeah, tether alert all day. Tether alert all day. So, fam, this is what we're talking about right there. That's the type of energy where these people are trying to twist things all up, twist them all the way around, and it's not going to work at all. This is why we stand on our pivot. This is why we are stern and staunch believers in regulating, because regulating is what shuts all that down, all that, fam. This is why we are where we are now, is because we've been regulating and we've been shutting a lot of that stuff down. These people ain't really been able to get off the ground with it. They ain't. But one thing that brothers and sisters have been doing, and it's so beautiful and it's so powerful and it's so impactful, that's quite frankly got the game in a headlock, because we do. Fam, we now have all of these people who are starting to turn on each other. It's a beautiful thing out there when foundational Black Americans watch people crash out, and then we watch the second half of it. Everything that was going down in which we've said, I want everybody, if you take a note, go ahead and take notes, fam. Every single thing that we've said and every single thing that we've done has come to fruition. Why has it come to fruition? Is because we call our shot and we're so accurate and precise with it. There's a lot of talent. Remember this, y'all. Being a foundational Black American, man, it's talent. You got to have talent to be on this side. That's why do you think we dominate everything we do, fam? Why do you think we dominate sports and music? We dominate anywhere where we get a fair shake. We dominate, right? Even when they don't give us a fair shake, we still dominate. One of the things where our talent displays itself so mightily is forecasting and predicting things that have happened. So like we're talking about right now, in America, everybody is disrupted except for foundational Black Americans. Immigrants don't know what plantation they're going to be a part of. This is why every time you turn around, the immigrants are scattering, trying to get with this white person, with this white person, with this white person, or go home. Why you think you see the Indians, they're out there trying to kiss up to W's? Why you think the Mexicans are trying to kiss up to W's? The Africans are trying to kiss up to W's? They don't know right now because delineation and deportation has put them in a world where they're uncertain. And you know, when the tether's uncertain, they get scared. And you know, when they get scared, they get petrified. And when they get petrified, they crash out. Let me show y'all a damn crash out right here. You know how we were just talking about the Nigerians getting kicked out, getting put on that travel ban? Do you know now Africans are popping up on the internet and they cussing out other Africans, blaming them for getting banned? You got Africans in real time and they are cussing out other Africans, saying it's your fault why we got banned. So now we're stuck and we ain't gonna get no money. Fam, now you have what we have already coined, tether on tether crime. And that tether on tether crime ain't just one tether country versus the other tether country. Hell no. Some of this tether on tether crime is this tether from a country versus this tether from the same country, arguing about who can stay in my country. Watch this, family. Look at this. Boy, these tethers are out here sad. And I want you to take from this that we predicted this, because we stand on this, because we built this. Fam, when you build America, you tend to be able to see everything that happens in America before anybody else can. That's just the talent of being FBA. Look at this. Mr. Mutombo is pissed off at the other Mutombos. He said, Nigerian tribal influencers, where are you guys now? Because you done got yourselves banned.
All you piece of freeloading twat that were busy on social media screaming they're coming for our resources. They're coming for your resources. You piece of shit. They were telling you to stop yourself. They were telling you to better your country. Now your actions, your stupidity are going to cost a lot of people damage. A lot of young, bright children got fully funded scholarship to come here and pursue education and see light. Now they can't even book appointments because the country is suspended. You piece of myopic self. I just get so angry. Like, a lot of you do not think. You don't think with your head. You think with your eyes. So emotional, so tribally, religiously stupid. Look at what your actions. A lot of families can meet up with each other. People are under tension. Instead of you to condemn evil that is evil, that the world knows this is evil, you can't condemn it. They banned you. Eat your resources. Think they give a fuck? You're the only one that have resources. All you piece of shit that would have been able to separate yourself from the terrorists. You were defending the terrorists. Now you are gonna cut.
God damn, they done pissed off Mr. Fufu. Mr. Fufu mad as hell. You see why he mad though, right? It's because he knows that tether bag done got cut off. What I told everybody, I said it's just a small matter of time before tethers start pointing the finger at each other. Listen to him. You have messed up. You beep forehead. You beep village. You beep Jollof. You beep this. Watch this, fam. They mad.
Lost a lot of children. A once in a lifetime opportunity to come here, get education, better themselves, better their families. A lot of you are quiet. I don't see you on your microphones anymore. I don't see you on your TikToks anymore. I don't see you on your podcast anymore. Get on your podcast and challenge why you got banned, piece of shit. Because a lot of you came from homes. A lot of you are trust fund. That you got money. Your family got money. That's why. That's why a lot of you are supporting the evil. The average Nigerian family that wants a child to come out, get education, better themselves, and grow cannot be able to chase that dream now. Because guess what? You ruined it. They banned Nigeria. A lot of children got fully funded scholarships to come here and study. Now they can't even book appointment no more. Well done. Well.
Damn. Fam, all I heard was beep and anger. That's it. He's like, I get so mad. But damn right you get mad. You damn right you get mad. Jeez, take a chill pill. You gonna be all good? You can still fix your homeland. You can fix your homeland. I told y'all, tethers now are mad at other tethers because they're blaming the other tethers for the travel ban. That's what it is, fam. He's sitting there saying all the Nigerians who've been running their mouth. Okay. By the way, shout out to all the Nigerians that have been running their mouth. Told you was going to F around and put yourself on somebody's travel ban. Once again, I wasn't your problem. No, foundationals weren't your problem. Your problem is you done ran yourself run dry. Now your ass is going back home so you can do all that running over there. It's all good. Got you back in your crib, fam. You know what foundational Black Americans have done, y'all? Haven't we reunited a lot of tethers with their homeland? Fam, we done reunited a hell of a lot of people and it feels so good. See, they should give us an award, fam. I think foundational Black Americans, we should get the Nobel Peace Prize. All right, we're bringing a lot of families together. That's one thing we've done, fam. Everybody's so focused on families being separated. What about all the families that we are reuniting with each other? Mr. Jollof, he got to go back to Mr. Jollof land. Okay, Mr. Fufu got to go back to Mr. Fufuville. It's all gravy. And by the way, he was in a car, his forehead was covered up, and it was dark. I'm just saying. So we know these tethers as we see them, and we know exactly what they're going to do. And they should thank us, man. They should thank us, man. I don't want to see a family separated. I don't want to. I just seen a Nigerian woman. She said she's going back home to her 15 kids. And I said, damn, question is, why the hell were you away from your 15 kids? But guess what? Now you get to go back to your 15 kids and everything works out. You should thank foundational Black Americans, man. We out here doing God's work. Easy. With all the sarcasm. And spam, speaking of all the sarcasm, let me get really real quick. Y'all remember just last week, we were talking about that tether dude. He was a Somalian dude. And I told y'all he had the snitch face. Y'all remember that guy who was talking about how all the Minnesota Somalians work for clans and they're all affiliated with Somalian gangs. He called them clans. And that Will Kane guy was talking to him. Y'all remember that? Fam, we done found out even more stuff about this guy. Didn't I just say that all the tethers right now are scattering like roaches? All right, let me tell you something. Donald Trump being president done put a spotlight on all of the illegals, and all of the immigrants and migrants are scattering like roaches, fam. They don't know what plantation to run to. They don't know what W can help them. They don't know where to go. There's never been a time of more uncertainty than right now. Black Truth United, I see you, brother. You remember, let me show you. I got a little update on this Somalian snitch who been telling on everybody. Look at this right here, fam. Do y'all know that same guy has a stay-at-home W man that he lives with? I told everybody that these folks is trying to get booed up. Tethers right now is trying to get booed up, y'all. Left and right, they trying to get booed up in somebody's land. This is the dude right here. Look at that, y'all. There you go. Look at this. That man has been staying with that man. He got him a sponsor. He got him a full damn sponsor, y'all. This man know damn well he got him a little playmate. Me and my new housemate. I ain't even gonna try to pronounce that. I can't even try. Look at that. He got him a damn sponsor. Y'all see why he over there throwing Somalians under the bus? You see why he over here talking about some, they all have clans. There's clans over there. They all have clans. This is what they do. They get with the clan, and when they get with the clan, they work together. What y'all think they doing together? What the hell you think he's doing to get that opportunity to stay there? You know damn well he doing all types of bidding. What the are you with that old-ass 99-year-old W man for? Y'all can't just be friends. Y'all see what these tethers are doing? I told y'all, tethers are so afraid. They scattering. They running all over the damn country. They don't know where to go. They don't know what's next. They trying to find any W who will let them get booed up. Fam, they said it's cuffing season. It's cuffing season, and these tethers is trying to get cuffed. Guys, damn. I don't even want to think about what's going on over there. That's dude right there. That's him. And let me show y'all this video. Remember, dude? Watch him talking to that Will Kane guy. And as he's talking to Will Kane, watch Will Kane cough and cut the dude off from talking like he's going by script. Watch.
If I bring a Nigerian girlfriend or a white American, girlfriend, just accept that. Don't think that it outweighs the way, right?
I have a great amount of pride in the place that I come from and the culture that I'm a part of. I believe, I'm sorry, this is true. I believe in cultural superiority. I believe the American way of life and the American culture is the best that has graced the face of this planet.
If I bring a Nigerian girlfriend or a white American, girlfriend, just accept that. Don't think that it outweighs the way, right?
Hey, watch Will Kane do a little cough. Watch him cough and cut dude off. Watch this.
I have a great.
Soon as he coughed, he just stopped talking. That was his way of saying, "Shut the hell up, foo-foo."
I have a great amount of pride in the place that I come from and the culture that I'm a part of. I believe, I'm sorry, this is true. I believe in cultural superiority. I believe the American way of life and the American culture is the best that has graced the face of this planet.
Did he just diss the damn dude talking? Did he just make fun of the dude? That's his tether pet, y'all. Notice that. The dude was talking and he goes, I don't flee my homeland. I love my homeland. You fled. And notice that Mr. Fufu starts talking about if he brings home a white woman. This is when Will Kane jumped in. Look at Will Kane's face, y'all. Soon as he starts saying, if I bring home a white woman, please. I told y'all, these tethers are trying to get booed up, y'all. He's literally trying to say, if I had the white woman, I could be with you, right? I could be white, right? Will Kane said, a white woman, this is enough. Coughs and cuts him off. He got coughed and cut off.
If I bring a Nigerian girlfriend or a white American girlfriend or a white American, girlfriend, just accept.
Look right there. As soon as he said white American, Will Kane letting them know, you ain't us. You a puppet. Be quiet. Do what I tell you to do and hush your damn mouth. And then boom.
That don't think that it outweighs the way, right? So yeah,
Damn, he's just mugging. Look at him saying, damn, tether pet, you still talking. You got one job to do. You're to come over here, kiss the feet of mayos, bow down, throw your people under the bus, and be quiet. You over here talking about if I bring home a white woman. Will Kane ain't having that. Boy, they don't know these supremacists.
I have a great amount of pride in the place that I come from. And
that right there is him checking him. That was him right there checking him, saying, no, you don't. And there you go. Bussy popping on the handstand. This is it right there, family. Right there, you see it, we see it, everybody see it. That is his little tether pet. And tether pets, they end up, you know what I'm saying, getting checked in the whole damn process. They let them know, you ain't us. And that's just how the game goes and how the game flows. And everybody knows except for them, y'all. Let me tell you this, okay? I'm going to make this super clear. Foundational Black Americans, there they go, boom. Foundational Black Americans, we're the only people who fight supremacy. Therefore, we're the only people who know supremacy, okay? What you're starting to see now is these tether pets are starting to get a little out of line. And these males are about to start putting them back in line. Donald Trump is going to start putting Vivek and all them back in line. After that little stunt talking about the American heritage, oh, trust and believe Vivek going to get a complete lashing. Trust me. Nicki Minaj saying JD, the assassin, when she got one job to do, all these tethers, you got one job to do, and that's to serve supremacy. When you ain't serving supremacy and you saying JD, the assassin, or what's wrong with white American heritage, or saying things like, if I bring home a white woman, that right there is a violation of your tether contract. And these W's is about to start putting these people in their damn place. That's why I'm telling everybody, 2026, you're going to start seeing a reckoning of all of them because the tether always itches close. You got to understand, when these people have a quest to be accepted by white people, they eventually come in quiet, play their role. Then the next day and the next day and the next day, they itch it a little further. And then eventually they start trying to bite the hand that feeds them. They want to bite the miracle whip that feeds them. And the W's going to have to come down on them. Y'all notice some of them tethers, they be nice and cool. And after a while, they start running their mouth a little too much. And then the W's say, okay, that's enough. Him talking about bringing home a white woman, you know, Will Kane wasn't having that. Hell no. So you're going to start seeing a lot of wake-up calls on the Republican side because they're starting to get a little too close and trying to get a little too far in. And that's just not how it's supposed to be. Not in the system of supremacy. And we understand the system of supremacy, so we know the way it goes. And these individuals just can't get it. Do y'all see what's going on right now in Dearborn? Okay, right up there in Dearborn, Michigan, with a heavy Arabic population. How many of you guys heard me consistently saying every single time that the dominant society views a threat, the bikers and all the pickup trucks start to go up there? Family, they have a biker and a pickup truck rally that's about to go on in Dearborn, Michigan, where there's a lot of Muslims. Do y'all know they're about to barbecue pork and ride it around the town, which is a complete disrespect to Muslims? And they're about to do it right now. Remember, y'all, in California, just this summer that passed, what ended up happening? Mexicans started burning the flag, and all them pickup trucks from the South was heading to California. In Minnesota, they start to see them Somalians get a little too close. I told y'all, tether start itching a little further. What happened? Pickup trucks on their way. Now, just, I think tomorrow, they have a biker rally that is planned up there in Dearborn, and they said they about to go get with them. Because remember, y'all, it's the system of supremacy. We understand this. Y'all know how we always break this down. In the system of supremacy, the white Southerner views himself as a made man. He views himself as the supreme supremacist. White Southerners view West Coast supremacists and Northern supremacists as kind of off code. Because one of the tactics of white supremacy on the West Coast, they play games with Mexicans, games that a Southern supremacist wouldn't do. One of the tactics of the Northern supremacists is they play games with a bunch of minorities that a hell of a lot of Southerners wouldn't do. So when they start seeing that, they feel that they got to go clean up the mess that they have been creating. So they on their way. Yeah, absolutely. They hee-hawing up there. Matter of fact, let me show y'all how quick they hee-hawing on up there. And this is what you're going to start to see now, because like we said, they view what happened in Minnesota as a threat. They view what happened in Minnesota as it's going to happen everywhere. And the W's down Southfield, they're going to stop it before it starts. And notice a lot of it is starting to shift from Minnesota to Dearborn. And they're on Dearborn right now as well. Now you're starting to see business pick up and go up. I always say this before, family. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Somebody made a good point before. If a white supremacist violates supremacy, if a Southern white supremacist violates the system of supremacy on the West Coast, West Coast supremacists cannot check him. They can't check him. They got to send him back home and let Southerners check him. If a Southern white supremacist violates the system of supremacy on the North, the Northern supremacists cannot check him. They got to send him back home. Essentially, the white supremacist Southerner is a made man. It's like the mafia. There's certain people in the mafia you can't do nothing to, but they can do it to you. If a West Coast supremacist does something in the South, all Southerners can check him. If a New York, Detroit, Chicago supremacist does something in the South, all supremacists can check them. But you can't all supremacists check a Southern supremacist if you understand the way the system operates and functions. In the system of supremacy, the Southern supremacists, they have a different level in which they abide by that other people can't go for. And this is why a Texas, oh boy, I'm gonna tell you right now, a Texas supremacist, hell no. The only people who can check a Southern supremacist is another Southern supremacist, especially in Texas. In Texas, no, it got to be an act of Congress to do something. You got to sit down at the table and discuss it with them. You got to talk to them. Who you think in California going to check Duck Dynasty? If you take a Gavin Newsom supremacist and a Duck Dynasty supremacist, and they both on the West Coast, who do you think is going to check who? It don't matter. A Southern supremacist cannot be checked by nobody other than a Southern supremacist. We understand that. Now, a lot of these other people don't get it. And this is why the Southern supremacists, now you're going to start seeing them making these damn journeys up north and to the West Coast. Hell, I'm going to show you one. Look at it. Here we go, family. Look at this right here. This man said he's fed up. He said he's on his way to Dearborn because them damn folks up there don't know how to respect a good old Duck Dynasty. Watch this, fam.
So Dearborn, Michigan, you guys want the bikers to come, huh? Is that what we're doing now? So Dearborn is putting together a rally. Is that what we're doing now? So Dearborn, Michigan, you guys want the bikers to come, huh? Is that what we're doing now? So Dearborn is putting together a rally. They want bikers from all over America to show up with our colors and our flags. They want us to show patriotism and show up to Dearborn, Michigan. For what? For what? You people of Dearborn, you want to finally act like you're Americans. Is that the deal? You want real men, real Americans to come to your town and bail you out and clean up the mess that you created. You guys continue to elect people that don't like America, that hate people like me. They give whole speeches about how they hate white Christians. They got businesses where they don't even allow bikers to walk through the door. But now, instead of having a huge law enforcement rally and having all the police come and save your asses, you want to have a big biker rally so we can come save your asses. Yeah, good luck.
Have you heard that the bikers, they're going to Dearborn? After we saw the brave Americans walk into Dearborn and the way that they were treated, the bikers are already there. If you're seeing this, the fights have already started to break out in one of their biggest parks. The local government is siding with Islam and calling this a racist attack by American bikers. This wasn't supposed to kick off till tomorrow, but local bikers are already there with huge numbers of bikers on the way. They're going to barbecue pork in smokers and pull them with their motorcycles around all the neighborhoods. So they're saying, will the administration understand that Americans are not happy about what's happening in our country? Will they do something about it? Only time will tell. Have you heard that?
Damn. Man, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm over here looking at the chat, man. Y'all got to stop, man. You got me over here laughing. Damn. Oh, my goodness. I'm over here rolling, trying to keep, composure. Y'all see that, though? Y'all see that dude said, hey, that's it. He pulling up one. He said he pulling up. What he said? Another WWE promo. He done went Stone Cold Steve Austin out there, didn't he? Yes, he did. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Damn. They ain't playing, fam. You see them folks? Them folks are saying we on the first thing smoking that way. We going straight up that way so we can handle this damn business. And they going to get right to them. But, hey, you can't say nothing, no, because, you know, these individuals, that's what you want. Then that's what you shall receive. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you ain't lying. I'll pay to see that. I'll pay to see that. Putting damn pork and smokers and riding it through. They out there dumping that on the Quran. These folks are super disrespectful. But, however, let me say this as well. A lot of this has to do with these individuals that have been real disrespectful to Black Americans. You got to remember this, family. These individuals, they want to be down with supremacy. So don't be mad when supremacy come calling for you. When supremacy comes calling for you, you was the one who was rocking with it. You was supporting it. You was telling Black Americans to work harder. All of that misguided and undecided energy has came back to get all of them folks, fam. And that's just what happens when you want to be down with folks who ain't down. You dig? That's what ends up getting it. So you're going to see all of that go. And fam, even more so to that, there's even more things that are happening that's got people shook up. Remember we was talking about the airports, right? We was talking about in the airports, they sitting there and they waiting for people. Man, they snatching up everybody at the airport. This is why we say 2026, fam. Oh, it's the end of the tethers. Tethergeddon done showed up. Those done got kicked down, threw around. I'm loving it because, fam, they thought that they was going to have a little back door and they was going to slide out and everything was going to be good, right? They thought they was going to ride out. But now they finding out the hard way. That ain't how it works. Not in this system. And in this system, it's only one. And there's only one way that you're going to be able to have to deal with it. And that's just the way that these individuals is playing. Go ahead and keep focusing on FBA. And you're going to find out this. Check this woman out, fam. She thought she was going to go to the airport. She thought she was going to go see her family. And they said that the ICE agents spotted her soon as she scanned her ticket and deported her ass.
I want to talk to you about what happened. You go to the airport, Logan Airport, to surprise your family for Thanksgiving. And you go through the checkpoint, like the normal security checkpoint. And then tell me what happened.
Yeah, everything was going really well after I did my security check. I was in there waiting until the gate was like when open. Right up when the gate opened, it was my turn for my ticket to be scanned, but it appeared something was wrong with my ticket. So I got sent to go to customer service, and when I go to customer service, there were two ICE agents waiting for me.
Two ICE agents were waiting for you at customer service.
Yes.
What did they say to you?
They were like, Annie, right? And I was like, yes. And then they told me, okay, you're going to come with us because you're going to have to sign a bunch of paperwork. And I was like, oh, but I have to board my plane right now. And they were like, oh, you're not even going to be on that plane. And that's where it kind of like hit me. This is ICE.
You damn right it's ICE. Who you think it was? Who you think it was? And then it hit me that it was ICE, and ICE came to get me. You damn right ICE came to get you. Yep, and they're going to come continuously getting every one of y'all. There's another thing that popped out. Do y'all remember hearing this story right here? Oh, I got something for y'all. Oh, fam, not only is it these people talking crazy, it's also FBA. We getting our lick back. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people been very disrespectful, and you can't be mad when people respond. We've been responding in a lot of ways. You know what I'm saying? How many of you guys remember this story right here with this Latino police officer that was out there basically instructing people how to harm Black Americans? Okay, a lot of the stuff that's been going on. Notice, y'all, 2026 has genuinely got here in a quick amount of time, but 2026 has showed up and it's got people afraid because they seen the way 2025 went down. Look at this. Y'all remember this story right here? Shirley Burgos, the Latino lady who was a police officer talking about how to harm Black Americans. Watch this.
This Latina LAPD officer said, if you want to hurt Black Americans, hit them in the livers. Hit them in the liver. They got weak livers. Mind you, this is LAPD. And then she goes on with some more racial stereotypes saying that Black people drink grape soda and they eat watermelon in between basketball games. The audacity of this Latina with all the fruit stands that's throughout Southern California, especially LA. And these fruit stands are operated by undocumented Hispanics. They got watermelon heavy in those fruit stands. They have an additional 90 recordings they retrieved with more racial comments like this, even calling Black people monkeys. For some strange reason, Hispanics are obsessed with calling Black people chongas, monkeys. And to top it all off, they had an Asian sergeant that tried to cover up for them, Denny Jong. Over 50% of LA law enforcement is Hispanics, and not to mention they have deputy gangs, Hispanic deputy gangs that target Black Americans. There should be a deep dive investigation.
Oh, no, it's all good. No, you ain't even got to do none of that. No. You ain't got to have investigation because we got deportations. And brothers and sisters now was like, oh, word? That's the way you want to play? Well, then we going to go ahead and hold it down. Fam, look at this video right here. Oh, I've been waiting to show y'all this. Have y'all seen this one where his brother sees a bunch of illegals working next door and he goes up and he's like, I'm going to call ICE. And then the Mexican people be like, call the police. He's like, good. That's who I want to come. Come on down. Look at this. This is how we get down. We remember everything. Foundational Black Americans, we hear everything that you said. We seen everything that you did. And now it's time for you to go ahead and get your clap back. The difference is, though, our clap back, society's giving it. Look at this, fam. Here we go. Watch this one. Enjoy this one. This brother pulled up on these folks. Notice, y'all, they ain't want no problems. Look at this.
Here are some illegals.
Yeah, you're illegal. You're an illegal immigrant. No, this is my business. This is my community and my neighborhood. I'm minding my business. You think you're going to be able to come in here like that? No, you're not. No, you're not. Don't worry about whether I own it. It doesn't even matter about that. The problem is you're an illegal immigrant. All right?
Why do you?
Because you can't speak English.
People, man.
And it's not I'm harassing you. Why is you illegal in this country? Why is you illegal in this country?
I don't know what's your problem, man.
Why? My problem is why are you illegal in this country? Okay, call the police. That's what we want.
Something wrong.
She said she won't call the police. You're illegal in this country.
I don't know what you.
Yeah, we're going to get rid of illegal immigration.
Who is we? Who is we?
Don't worry about we. We want to get rid of illegal immigration. That's what we're doing.
So what are you doing over there? Just
I'm from here. You not from here.
Freeze. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Look at that, fam. He tried to flip it and be like, what are you doing? See, they can't handle when you come to America, you can't just flex on Black people. Look at this dude's face, y'all. Look at his face. He deep down inside, he wants to be the superior one because the anti-Black American hatred makes these people feel that they're superior to us until they come here and they find out. Hold on. I don't want to laugh. He looks like he's about to pass out. He's scared. I'm sorry. He's so goddamn scared. Look at his face. I'm sorry. Hold on. Time out.
I'm harassing you.
Look at him. He's afraid. Oh shit, I'm sorry. Y'all gotta stop in the damn chat, man. I'm sorry. God damn. Go ahead, enjoy it.
Why is you illegal in this country? Why is you illegal in this country?
I don't know what's your problem, man.
Why? My problem is why are you illegal in this country? Okay, call the police. That's what we want.
Something wrong.
She said she won't call the police.
Look at him. He look like he about to choke on a goddamn burrito.
In this country.
I don't know what you.
Yeah, we gonna get rid of illegal immigration.
Who is we? Who is we?
Don't worry about we. We want to get rid of illegal immigration. That's what we're doing.
So what are you doing over there? Just
I'm from here. You not from here. I'm from here. I can do whatever I want to do.
He think he gonna tell us something. You ain't saying shit, burrito. Hold on. Somebody screenshot this for me. Right there. Screenshot that for me, boy. Screenshot that.
Immigrant. All right?
You know that. Why do you?
Because you can't speak English.
People, man.
And it's not I'm harassing you. Why is you illegal in this country? Why is you illegal in this country?
I don't know what's your problem, man.
Why? My problem is why are you illegal in this country? Okay, call the police. That's what we want.
Something wrong.
She said she won't call the police. You're illegal in this country.
I don't know what you.
Yeah, we gonna get rid of illegal immigration.
Who is we? Who is we?
Don't worry about we. We want to get rid of illegal immigration. That's what we're doing.
So what are you doing over there?
I'm from this. I'm from here. You not from here. I'm from here. I can do whatever.
Who the hell you trying to check? Who you trying to check? Talking about some what you doing over there, fam. They can't stand this. They can't stand. They can't stand it, y'all. They can't stand it. He's spitting out all the goddamn jalapenos and every damn thing. Let's go.
What I want to do. You don't have no right to say nothing. You're a legal immigrant. You have no right to say anything. You're an illegal immigrant. You have no rights in this country. You have no rights in this country. You're an illegal. No, it's not. Don't. First of all, you can't even speak. You don't have the intelligence to even speak. So you putting your hand to your head. You don't even have the intelligence to hold a decent conversation. So don't even try to use that weak reverse psychology, okay? All right? You slave. You a slave. You're a worker. You a slave. You come here working for little or nothing and driving up the cost of living in our communities. You legal immigrants have to leave. Point blank period.
Here are some legals.
That part. Not there.
No problem.
Yeah, you know.
Okay, fam. Let me get back to business. Y'all got me in here laughing. I'm over here looking at the chat. Burrito man. Goddamn. Let me show y'all something else. If y'all thought that was funny, let me show y'all something else this is what really made me start laughing, y'all. Okay. Something just came across my timeline. Y'all got to see this. I'm sorry. This is the most. You thought that was funny? Family, wait till you see this right here. These individuals truly have crashed out. Now they're getting dragged out. Fam, I ain't lying. This is how it's going down in America. These individuals are on their way out of our country and they ain't got nothing they can say. Goddamn. All right, I'm back. Woo! Man, you gotta love it, family. Ain't nothing more funny than seeing these damn videos. But watch this one. Look at this, y'all. When we say it's bad for these people, let me just say one thing.
That's fucked up.
Out. What? Are you kidding me, y'all? Do they got dude out here getting drugged out? I told you they was crashing out. Now they getting dragged out. Damn.
That's fucked up.
What the whistle gonna do? What the whistle? Fam, are they whistling? Come on. They got him sideways. He's sideways, fam. Damn. Fam, they said they was going to pull people out kicking and screaming. They said kicking and screaming, you're going to have to go. And that right there is them kicking and screaming. They got dudes stretch all the way out. I'm sorry, fam. This right here, classic. This is I'm sorry. I love all these damn deportation videos. Yes, the hell I do. But ain't nothing better than this one right here. Dude getting drugged, literally.
That's fucked up.
Boom. That right there is exactly what we be meaning. Yeah, they blowing the whistle. That's all you got? All you got is a whistle? I thought you did better than that. I thought you was on one. Damn, a whistle. I mean, that's all you. That's your combat nice? That ain't nice. Goddamn. Damn, boy, y'all got me here rolling. I'm looking at the chat. I'm looking at these videos. I'm trying to talk. I can't do it. Because one thing for certain, I remember every time they talked about foundational Black Americans this summer. And I remember them talking about how they marched with us. They said they marched with us with every damn thing we did, fam. If foundational Black Americans marched to the goddamn store to go get some sugar, they said they was with us, all right? But now you ain't marching. Your ass is getting carried out. And that's the big damn difference. You're getting carried out, and all I care about is foundationals. And fam, this one gets even worse. I want to go ahead and tell everybody we have us a new ICE agent in America. And this one's crazy. The new ICE agent in America, fam, is the damn Terminator. Okay, and I'm not talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's iRobot. Okay, and I ain't talking about Will Smith. Do you know that the Donald Trump administration, quietly, in which nobody's been talking about, you're going to hear about it first and only right here. Do y'all know that they have a machine that is an AI machine that tracks these illegal immigrants, their home base, their database, where they've been, where they're at, personal surveillance? They're utilizing technology to the massive. This is what Donald Trump was talking about. There is a new U.S. ICE agency, Department of Homeland Security, where they have an AI tracker. And I'm talking about a big ass mainframe, all right, on some iRobot stuff, fam. I'm talking about damn Terminator. They done brought robots into immigration and deportation. And on top of that, fam, they also have the new bounty hunter program. Y'all remember last year when they were talking about paying folks for all that? Guess what? They paying folks now. So quietly, while everybody's been focused on a lot of things that Donald Trump's been talking about travel bans, behind the scenes, dude literally has an AI program that utilizes technology to retina scan and follow immigrants everywhere they go. Let me show y'all. Oh, I'm about to show y'all. Oh, yeah. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. This one is about to get real. A tether tracker. You ain't lying, my sister. A damn tether tracker. And I'm going to go ahead and continue my laugh. Y'all enjoy this one because this shit is blazing. Look at it. The tether tracker is here, and it's about.
We have some breaking news for immigrants. The Trump administration will now force migrants to pay a $5,000 apprehension fee after they are detained by ICE. This is not a court fine. This is not a criminal penalty. This is a new charge attached to being taken into custody. Basically, we caught you, now pay up. And here is the part that matters the most. Newsweek reports that this fee would apply even to people who followed every rule, filed every paper, and are inside the United States legally. If ICE detained them during processing, their case would stop until they paid the fee. They are basically, pay them. That means families who did everything right could see their pathers. This would be a major break from past policy and would raise serious due process questions. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments.
ICE has officially signed a contract for bounty hunting services to be used on immigrants. This contract is between ICE and BI Incorporated, which was acquired by Geo Group back in 2011. And as you know, Geo Group is the largest for-profit detention center operator in the United States. BI Incorporated is also the company that provides ICE with GPS ankle monitors and smartwatches, which the government uses to track immigrants that are part of the Alternative to Detention Program, or the ATD program. The records show that ICE has already paid BI Incorporated $1.6 million, with the potential for the contract to grow as much as $121 million by the time that it expires in 2027. The contract does not say whether BI would provide on-the-ground bounty hunter services, software-based investigative services, or a combination of both. BI has tools that allow agencies to chart a target's geographic and spatial location data across Google Maps. It is unknown if the company has access to commercial mobile device locational data or relies on body-mounted tracking devices like the ankle monitors. In addition to this contract, ICE paid $640,000 to a company that makes AI agents to rapidly track down targets. In addition to the contract with BI, ICE has also paid $640,000 to a company that makes AI agents to rapidly track down targets. The company AI Solutions claims that its agents deliver rapid acceleration in finding persons of interest by mapping their entire network. And according to them, the agent can map out a target's services, locations, friends, and family members and associates. The company services were specifically for the Enforcement, Removal, and Operations, or ARROW, part of ICE that identifies, arrests, and deports people. Both reports from The Intercept and 404 Media, which provided this information, did not provide start dates for these contracts, and it's unclear if these bounty hunter programs are already active.
How about the new thing in Minnesota with the
Fam, what the hell did we just see? Did y'all see this, fam? Are they bringing in iRobot and the Terminator? I mean, guys, damn. This is insane. AI agents. Damn. Let's proceed. Trump, tell us more about Somalia. Is this what you was doing while you was talking about Somalia?
Somalians. They stole, now it came out, the great U.S. attorney up there, they came out, think of this, $9 billion, and they think that's just the beginning. They stole, think of it, in their country, they live on nothing, they have nothing. They come here and they steal $9 billion. Are we stupid? I mean, how do we allow that to happen? Ilhan Omar should be sent out of our country. She should not be allowed to be a congresswoman. She married her brother either to stay or to get him into the country. And yesterday she, I guess, made up a story. She said the police attacked her son. They stopped the car and the police said, we never attacked him. We never stopped. It was a made-up story. She's a con person. She's full of con. She says zero. She said, you ought to get her the hell out of our country. That's what you ought to do. She made up a story that the police stopped her son's car and they harassed the hell out of him. It turned out to be a fake story. There was no stoppage of his car and there was no harassment. But think of that, in Minnesota, this beautiful place, once beautiful, I don't call it beautiful, you got a governor who's a stupid person and a corrupt. He's corrupt and stupid, but he allowed this to go on. He allowed this to go on. Everybody knew what was going on. But what nobody knew is over $9 billion. And the people of Minnesota are not happy. How about the new thing in Minnesota with the Somalians?
We have some break.
DZAM family, this week in immigration, this is what's been going on behind the scenes, behind closed doors, and man, ain't it crazy. Somebody said Trump got Skynet on him. He done pulled out Skynet. What does that tell you about what they doing? But it's even further, fam. I can't just leave you with that. I got even more stuff and more facts that further details this whole AI ICE agents. And man, that's crazy. I done heard a lot of things before, fam, but AI ICE agents is something, it's something different. I'm sorry. It's something different because now you're talking about people getting scanned, then waiting outside of people's houses. Good thing, fam, we delineated because I couldn't stand one more video of these people saying, Black Americans, come help me, please. Now, if you notice, they don't even do that anymore. Now they just like, you know what? We're going to go ahead and stay away from black folks because black folks ain't going to help us. They done finally got their point that FBA's over here and FBA ain't going over there. So that's the best part. But fam, even more news on the iRobot front, and this one's even better. More details.
ICE just built a full AI hunting system, and it's already targeting 1.5 million people. Just built a full AI hunting system, and it's already targeting 1.5 million people. First, there's Palantir's Immigration OS. It pulls data from the FBI, IRS, Social Security, DMV records, even traffic cameras all into one platform. The AI analyzes everything, detects patterns, and flags who to go after. ICE paid Palantir $30 million for it. Then there's the capture layer. According to 404 Media, ICE just paid a company called AI Solutions 87 to deploy AI bounty hunters. Their agents map your friends, family, and locations, then hand that to human contractors who verify your address through physical surveillance. One contractor recruited people on LinkedIn to stalk targets for $300. Palantir tells ICE who to target. AI Solutions 87 tells them where to find you.
ICE just greenlit private bounty hunters to run surveillance on over 1 million immigrants, and almost nobody is talking about this. So this is way bigger than the articles are making it sound. ICE was supposed to run a $180 million pilot program, a trial to test outsourcing immigrant tracking to private investigators. But new contracting documents just dropped, and they didn't just expand the program, they blew the cap off it entirely. So here's what this means in plain English. So ICE is now outsourcing surveillance. That is street-level verification, photographing people's homes, documenting their comings and goings, staking out workplaces, directly to private contractors with no overall spending limit. The old plan capped each contractor at $90 million, but the new plan, they can make $281 million each, and ICE guarantees them at least
Damn. Really though?
$7.5 million just to get started. That is not a pilot. That's a pipeline. These contractors are going to be handed batches of 50,000 names per month from a docket of 1.5 million people, and they'll get paid like real bounty hunters, a fixed price per case plus bonuses for speed and accuracy. And the crazy part is they aren't allowed inside ICE databases anymore. Instead, ICE will export personal data like photos, addresses, histories into private hands with almost zero oversight. So now the sensitive information is sitting in the systems of private surveillance companies, not the government. And this isn't happening in isolation either. ICE is also trying to stand up a contractor-run detainee transport network with armed teams, 2 private social media targeting centers scanning TikTok, Facebook, and X 24/7, and a privately operated national call center taking up to 70,000 enforcement calls a day. So when people say the surveillance state is growing, this is what they mean. It's not just government anymore. It's an entire private enforcement industry being built right now in real time. If you want more breakdowns on surveillance,
ICE just built a full AI hunting system.
Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. So a little further into this whole AI ICE agent, fam, and it gets a little crazy, but you know, that's what they got to deal with because, you know what I'm saying, they put themselves in that position. So therefore, that position is where they're going to have to stay. Our position that we put ourselves in is at the top, and we ain't never left the top. So we're going to be here forever. Now, when you start talking about ICE agents and AI and all that digital stuff, and notice this week, Donald Trump, matter of fact, was it just yesterday, Donald Trump had a big press conference and he was talking about having submarines and everything out there, everything for them so they can go ahead and up the ante on all the different affairs that they're doing and up the ante on ICE, up the ante on defense, up the ante on surveillance of all of them people. So, fam, I don't know how Julio, who's getting drugged out, boy, that's killing me, getting took out of wherever the hell he was and placed in a damn ICE truck. I don't know how he gonna get away with that one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, AI hunting system. Yep, real crazy. Real crazy. And I want y'all to notice this right here. You notice that a lot of the liberals ain't really coming out and doing nothing about that because now they're to the point where they're trying to throw a lot of the immigrants under the bus. See, fam, liberals understand that it's pretty much a wrap with this caping for immigrants. Have y'all noticed that lately, fam? They'll talk a little bit about the immigrants and Donald Trump is mean. They really only bring up what Donald Trump is doing to the immigrants as a means to talk about him being a bad guy. But do they really do anything about it? Now I think they're getting to the point where they're like, you know what? We just going to go ahead and have to leave them because they're looking at these poll numbers and they saying, yeah, poll numbers show that we can't be out here caping for all of these illegals. It's just not really advantageous for your political campaigns and your political careers. You're pretty much seeing them fall off of all that. And hey, that's on them. All the songs they were singing, remember that? The songs they was out in the street singing, they not singing them songs no more. All the dances they were doing, they not dancing no more. The liberals are basically just saying, yeah, Donald Trump's mean and Julio, I hope you figure all that out. I hope iRobot don't catch you slipping. So yeah, it looks like it's about to go down in a real way. I'm looking at y'all in the chat, boy. Y'all lighting the chat up. Yep. Absolutely. And they understand, fam, that the game has changed and it's just a whole new era, an era where they can't pull none of that off and people just got to deal with it. And fam, they're upset right now. They're upset right now and they got to see that life gets real. Life gets real. And a lot of these people who don't want to go back to their homelands, they're just going to have to deal with their homelands because the homelands is waiting on them. They got people out there saying, don't send me back to my homeland because I'm a good citizen. Don't send me back to my homeland because I'm paying taxes. And I told y'all the immigrants right now are completely disrupted and trying to find anything they can latch on to. Well, family, they also out here saying they would rather be unalived than go back to their homelands. Look at this Nigerian woman. Mrs. Fufu is crying after her man's arrest because now she's being deported back to Nigeria. And she basically says she would rather be unalived than to go back to Nigeria. Watch this.
They asked me a question. I said to take my baby. You are taking me. Okay. But they told me that I must my baby. And if I put her there, they're going to take me. I'm not saying it. President Nigeria. Tinubu, il a dit tu n'es pas gentil, tu n'es pas vraiment quoi, parce que tu n'es pas à parler. They say you are not good, I haven't got there. When I come to Nigeria and I shake you, I tell you the truth. Who's supposed to be? And who's supposed to say? But you start as a father, you say, for you to kill this one, I will stay. They say, no, I will die.
Brothers, sisters, you know I gotta catch that slowdown. Who ready for the slowdown? Who ready for the slowdown? It's about to go down. Hold up, fam. I gotta catch this one. Certified salute to the fam. She said before she goes back to Nigeria, she would rather what?
I will stay. They said no, I will die. Yeshua! Yeshua! I will die. Yeshua! You can make it wrong. Any song, I'm making it wrong. I'm saying by cry. I cry by there is song. But if light prend la nuit, ici c'est la lumière. No, I will die. No, I will die. I will die. Yeshua! You can make it wrong. Yeshua! You can make it wrong. Any song, I'm making it wrong. I'm saying by Christ. Partout. C'est moi qui a chanté.
Gosh damn. I don't think that the agents care. I don't think they give a damn. I think they pretty cool with solid that you got to go back home. Even if it requires all of that, you still going back home.
They say no, I will die. Yeshua! You can make it wrong. Any song, I'm making it wrong. I'm saying by Christ.
Diesel. Family, this is what happens when you've had a lifelong diet of bushmeat. Bushmeat, it's got an effect on people. Bushmeat make you start talking crazy. It makes you start just crying when you got to get deported back home. I get it. You come here, you got to experience all of this great cooking the foundational Black Americans have created and afforded you, and now you got to go back to bushmeat. I mean, I'd be upset too. Would I be that upset? No. Would I be out there crying like that? No. Would I die? No, I'm going to be okay. I'm going to make it. It's just home. It's just home. No place like home. I guess to them it's every place but home. See, we are no place except for home. Nothing better than home. But hey, who are you kidding? I ain't got to die of bushmeat, so it ain't got my mind all effed up. I'm over here living good. You feel me? We living on foundational Black American time. You dig it? We got some cornbread, some chicken, and some Kool-Aid. You got it. So that's the difference between foundational Black Americans and everybody else. We love home. They don't love home. We love where we at. Be where your feet are. Be where your feet are, brothers and sisters. These people ain't. These people want to be everywhere except. You got a nice homeland. You tell me about your homeland all the time. Y'all get on TikTok and you got all these lives and you tell us that you so great and you so better than us and all of our culture comes from y'all. Ain't it funny, y'all? All of our culture comes from them when they run in their mouth until it's time to go home and they don't want to go back to that great culture. You can't tell me that every single thing foundational Black Americans do goes back to y'all, but when you got to go back home, you having a breakdown. All right, you crashing out, you melted live in front of the camera. No, go back to all of that greatness that you've created. You know, the greatness that can't nobody else see, all that invisible greatness back in Africa, back in Haiti, back in Jamaica. Go back over there and enjoy all those things that you've done because you told me that all the greatness I created comes from y'all. So since that's the case, then all of y'all can go back over there and enjoy all that original culture that you created. Or just admit you didn't create a damn thing. You've been over here trying to steal from us. And if you try to steal from us, it ain't never going to work because there's only one foundational Black America and there's only foundational Black Americans. And we built this thing from the beginning and we out here winning. So if you don't like that and you ain't down with foundationals, then I guess you're going to be back down with this right here because this right here got you saying this right here.
I will die. Yeshua! You can make it wrong. Any song, I'm making it wrong. I'm saying by Christ.
Damn. That's what it's like to be them. And this is what it's like to be us, y'all. And it feels so damn good. Don't it feel good, brothers and sisters? Absolutely. Certified. Man, I seen y'all the biggest certified salute, fam. We've been in here bubbling, cooking. Y'all that in here had me gagging, trying to drink my damn water, gagging, laughing at y'all, looking at the chat. Y'all the funny. Let me tell you something, fam. Y'all could put on your own comedy show. Y'all got some funny ass jokes. Y'all be roasting these people, laying them out, and it be hilarious, fam. And I love it with a passion because I love y'all with a passion. You already know what it is. Foundational Black America. We number one. Nicki Minaj, failure, crashed out, fumbled the bag. Shout out to JD the assassin. Shout out to her losing. Shout out to her broken homeland. Shout out to Mrs. Fufu, Mr. Jolov Jr. Shout out to Pedro who got drugged out. Shout out to the other Pedro who was getting G-checked by that brother. And shout out to everybody who got a problem with foundational Black Americans, man. You keep on watching. We going to keep on winning. We going to keep on putting on the show. And we all going to be in the front row. How you love it? We love it. Wonderful. Fam, y'all stay good. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay vigilant. I love y'all. Beautiful, beautiful people. Beautiful people. All my beautiful brothers and sisters, y'all keep doing y'all thing. Tethergeddon is here. We in the building, in the place. Ballers gonna ball and them haters gonna hate. We number one. We get it done, fam. We stand on business and all they do is run, man. It's lovely out here. You know, one thing for certain, fam. I want everybody to have a Merry Christmas. I know people are Merry, y'all celebrate Christmas. Let me tell you something. I told y'all, we are a remix culture, okay? Foundational Black Americans, we don't give a F about no goddamn jolly old Saint Nick. Let me tell you what we do give a damn about. We're going to be with our family. We're going to be with our brothers and sisters, okay? We're going to be with our moms and dads, our loved ones. There's a lot of people who woke up, fam, and they don't have the loved ones with them no more. You understand what I'm saying, okay? There's going to be a lot of people who, you remember them days. How many of y'all remember? We're going to go there real quick, fam. You already know how we get down. Let's go on down real quick. Let's give our foundational Black American energy out here. Y'all remember growing up on holidays? One thing for me, fam, I remember waking up every single holiday and I would smell the food through the vents. My dad, my brother, my mom, all of us, my dogs, everybody was good. And my mom would always be on the phone and she would be talking to my aunt Yolanda, rest in peace. My aunt ain't here no more. You know what I'm saying? So every Christmas is just different. But I used to always remember I'd be in a good mood. You feel me? You wake up, you doing your thing. And I would always hear my mom talking to my auntie. And it was just something when it happened, we ain't really think of nothing of it. But now that it doesn't happen no more and you don't have it, you know what I'm saying? You never know what you got till it's gone sometimes. You feel me? So let's not know what we got when it's gone. Let's enjoy it now and let's enjoy our flowers while we got them. You feel me? So for all of you, and I'm talking to all your cousins, all your people, all your brothers, your sisters, man, everybody who's here with you right now, man, enjoy them. Enjoy them. I'm talking about your pets. Yeah, I don't give a damn. You got your dog. You know, I love dogs. You got your dog, fam, because one day the person next to you may not be there. So you got to enjoy every single moment, man. You got to get it all. Both your grandparents gone. Same with me. Same with me, man. Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely, fam. You got to remember all of that, man. You got to remember that. Let me tell y'all something. And I haven't been able to tell y'all this, man, but I got to tell y'all this because this happened a couple months ago. We did a show one day right here. We all had a good time. We was all in here laughing and having a great time, right? After the show, I'm talking about immediately after the show was over, I got up to go to the store. I went to go get something to eat afterwards, right? I try to catch, because it was a late broadcast, I try to go catch, it was like Applebee's or somewhere, Longhorn, try to go get me something. Let me tell y'all, okay? After I got done talking to y'all, I haven't told nobody this. After I got done talking to you guys, as soon as the broadcast is over, hop in the car, drive to go get something to eat. The streets are blocked off, right? I'm wondering why the streets are blocked off. I take the long way around. On my way back home, driving back, I seen a brother that got hit by a vehicle and he was passed away in the middle of the street. And they was covering him up. And this was right after I got done doing my broadcast. Now, we all understand life and the way life comes and it moves fast, but that's just something that I always remember. Rest in peace to that brother. You know what I'm saying? But it lets you know something can happen so fast. And that immediately happened after I got done talking to y'all. And it really just hammered home how blessed you are, man, to be here, to be breathing, to be alive. Health is wealth, and just take care of yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? And make sure you call up everybody. Call up your brother, call up your cousin, call up your niece, call up your nephew, call up your husband, call up your wife, call up anybody. Even if you got a friend that y'all had a little spat y'all ain't talked to a while, let them know, man, that's petty, man. And love reigns supreme over everybody. So that happened, and it was something that I remember, but I ain't really bring it up, but I do want to bring that up so everybody know, man, life is precious and get every little single second out of it. Because what you really remember is it's not just the memories, fam. It's the moments that creates the memory. All right. So enjoy it, and you're blessed. And God put us all here. What I tell everybody, we out here winning, and it's God's plan, and we going to keep on winning. And we're going to stay strong because it's in God's hands. So always remember that, y'all. Stand on your true to life business. I love my foundational Black Americans. I love my certified Black society. We in here stronger than ever. It's a beautiful time, man. I'll be thinking about that, right? Ain't it beautiful, y'all, to be out here winning? Look at this, man. How many people we cooked today? We done cooked up all these people. Look at this broadcast. Go all the way back to the beginning of the broadcast. We came in hot. Roasted Nicki Minaj, roasted all the tethers, roasted all the supremacists, roasted the president, the vice president, the damn secretary of state, secretary of war, secretary of defense. Anybody who's anti-FBA not only can get the smoke, does get the smoke, and we the ones dishing it out. So it's beautiful to be here, fam. Ain't it great to be a foundational Black American, be a part of this era? You feel me? They're going to make movies about us, man. They're going to make movies about us. And when I say they, I'm talking about they as in Black Americans. And it's going to be Black American sponsored. It's going to be movies. It's going to be books. Everybody's going to be talking about this time. We ain't got to look back in the past and enjoy greatness, fam. We live in it today. We live in it right now, fam. This era is going to go down in history, fam. It's a beautiful thing to know that your era and your generation, the foundational Black American reparation generation, certified Renaissance, it's a beautiful thing to know that they are going to talk about us for 100 years, fam. It's almost 2026. I promise you, in 3026, they will talk about us. I say that without a shadow of a doubt on everything I love. I swear on my goodness, fam. They will talk about us forever. This is the type of history we make it. And the people in the future, they're going to look back and they're going to say, that era, I don't know about that one or that one. That era right there, they're the ones that turned all this around. They turned it all around, fam. We done cleaned everything up and we put it on track, fam. That's why I told you. It's God's plan. We stay strong. It's in God's hands, fam. We are the ones who put this right on track. We were off. People was playing. They was hustling. We woke up one day and said, F that. We about to regulate. Regulated everybody, gave them all the damn smoke. Now we on the right path. That's why they're going to look back on this generation and they're going to say that generation right there was putting in that damn work. And they put it in first. That's what I'm talking about. So I love y'all with a passion. Black Alpha, y'all my family. I'm your family. Y'all enjoy. Have a Merry, Merry Christmas. I'll see you guys again on Friday. Certified salute to all my beautiful sisters, all my beautiful brothers. Y'all know what it is, man. Let's go and get out of here, man. Y'all enjoy y'all night. It was good rocking with you, man. And I can't wait to rock with y'all on the other side of the fence. Let me show one thing to the fam, though. I'm going to make this crystal clear. And I want everybody to see this one last thing that I post up before we get all the way out of here, because y'all know how we do. Let me show y'all this. This is what I mean when I say foundational Black Americans are above and beyond. Nobody can say anything. That right there, fam, that would not exist without us. Remember that. There would be none of that without foundational Black Americans. If there ain't no FBA, fam, there's none of this. We out here putting it all down and we holding it down for the cause. Nobody is better than us. We out here doing some real-time regulating and G-checking. That's what it's all about. And I want y'all to notice that. This is what we've created, and we're going to continue to hold it down. This right here, let me show y'all one more time, fam, why we in here right now. You know what I'm saying? Because we in here certified time. And certified time is all the damn time. So this is the main thing that everybody's got to checkmate. Foundational Black Americans, we get everybody out. We hold down our legends, our icons, and our heroes, and we do it the right way. Y'all give me 1 millisecond, fam, because hold up. There's something I got to show y'all. Y'all give me 1 second. I'm going to go ahead and let y'all enjoy these damn tethers right here. Give me 1 milliframe, and we'll be right back. Hold up. You already know. You already know. Had to handle that real quick. Had to handle a little something real fast. All right, perfect. Listen, fam, we in here rocking, but I'm going to show y'all something. This is amazing. Before I let y'all go, you have to see this. All right, I was about to get y'all up out of here without showing y'all this. This is a beautiful thing that foundational Black Americans have created. Watch this. When I talk about FBA, fam, there's no way I could let y'all go before time without showing y'all this lovely thing. Look at this, y'all. Don't let it get it twisted, fam. Don't let it get it twisted, y'all. Look at that right there. That's us. That's us, y'all. That's foundational Black American. Black alone, fam. Look how deep we are. Look how, what they tell us, fam? They tell us, man, there's only like 5 of y'all in America. There's only 2 of y'all in America. Look how deep we is, brothers and sisters. All right? Don't get it tangled or twisted. That 46 is really about 50. All right? That's us. We in here deep. We in here strong. Remember, every time you wake up, there's another foundational Black American right next to you. There's a certified everywhere you go. You don't march on this journey alone, y'all. This is a mission where you got a bunch of brothers that's going to ride for you, going to have your back. There's a hell of a lot of people who going to be there with you 24/7 no matter what. This is how we get down. Screenshot this. Please screenshot this, family. Screenshot this right here. We in here extra strong and extra deep. Matter of fact, let me move the comments so you get the whole damn thing. There you go. Right there. Make sure you get it. Lock that in, fam. When they try to make it look like there's 2 of us, there's 3 of us. We ain't really out here like that. We ain't really putting in work. Shit. Foundationals is in here. Super thick, super strong, super solid. Ain't nothing about foundational Black Americans that they could ever try to replace, man. This is our time. This is our era. This is our journey. And we in here as one. We unite the city and step to the world. And when we step, we check. Remember that. All right, it's on. Y'all have a good night. Enjoy yourselves, fam. With that said, I will let everybody get to what they got to get to. I love my beautiful foundational Black American people. All my certified sisters, y'all the greatest. All my certified brothers, y'all the greatest. And when you put us together, family, we are untouchable, unbreakable, unmatched, stronger than ever. Certified salute. Always remember, no matter where you go, no matter what you do, no matter what is going on, that Black is beautiful, and beautiful is always Black. Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. Free Huey.
Black Alpha Network. Home of Black excellence. Power to the people.